since our last session. Ed, you recording?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. So it's been some time since our last session. So our characters have become a little bit more concrete because I had you guys make the level 1s, and as such I want to do a small kind of round robin here just to give your characters race and name. So far that's all we would really know about them, but it's a little bit more concrete there. So in order of D&D Beyond here, let's start with Alex.
Alrune, who is a kobold.
Alrune the Kobold. Excellent.
He's a different colored kobold than the kobolds we were fighting earlier because, well...
So anything but black at the moment.
He's blue.
Yeah.
Isn't he blue?
I think I have blue in the game at least.
Oh, the token? Yeah. Alrighty. Dustin, you are next up. I heard you cough.
That's me.
Yeah.
His name is...
That's his introduction.
So
As far as it goes, the cop.
I'm Argo Bastion.
Okay. And you are a Warforged, correct?
I'm a Warforged.
Excellent. So next up is Josh.
My character's name is Hjalmar Bjornsson. He is a Goliath.
Very nice. Kyle.
Gregory Aryan.
Gregory Aryan. I am going to have to change that, because that is not the name that I have for you.
No, I was using a different name as a joke before. I
You
assume.
Nail for a bit.
The nickname is Nail.
No, I had you down as what you had your character in here.
Anathriel.
Yeah,
Was what it was. Yeah, that was when I ported it over as a level 17 cleric.
I see.
Because I didn't have any more character space, and it didn't really matter.
Okay.
Kyle's gonna start at level 17.
Preferably.
Oh my God. You are the Gandalf. Like, please take us through.
I cast Guiding Light at 5th level.
At that level, is there something crazy with divination? It just goes or something?
I would just pray to him at that point.
Yes.
God.
I cast I Win.
Can we just pray to Kyle? At that point.
And your character was Gregory. What was the last name?
Arian. Arian.
Okay. Excellent. I renamed your token. And then lastly we have Ed.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hammer. I'm a Grey Dwarf cleric.
All right.
Dwarf.
Yeah.
You got a lot shorter, friend.
Well, no, I was always pretty short.
Oh, Kyle. Did we
He
get
was.
your
I
race?
saw that.
Stocky.
Human.
You are very
Okay.
short.
Very cool. Okay. So, we've gone around. Refresher on some names there. So I will go into the recap here.
Before we do, I didn't write down a single person's name. I'm never going to remember this, so let's get that written down. Can everybody tell me their name? I know, I got Gregory. Gregory. Dustin, what was your name?
I will give you 5 gold if you can remember my name.
Alor or something? Alar? Alor?
No.
Oh, okay, what is it?
Argo Bastion.
Argo. I had the right letter. Argo's. Dustin.
And that's all that matters.
Alex, what was your name?
Alrune, A-L-R-A-U-N-E.
A-U-N-E. And Josh, what was your name?
Hjalmar.
Holy smokes, please spell.
H-J-A-L-M-A-R.
I'm gonna give you a
You
pronunciation
people
guide.
in your last names.
Hjalmar?
Hjalmar.
Hjalmar. Yeah, you get a pronunciation next year.
Hjalmar, yes.
Hjalmar. Cool. Sorry, I just knew that would immediately start and I'd go, who are you?
And what's your name again,
Who are
Edward?
you again? Oh, I am Kurt. Kurt Hammer.
Kurt Hammer, dwarf.
Alrighty, so what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna fetch you all to a new board and show this.
Look at
That
me!
is our party.
Hey, it's where we left us.
Yoo-hoo!
So, when last we left our heroes, our first episode, you all fell from the sky and helped a wizard named Quesh work through a temple before he turned into a ghostly creature. Last session, the party battled with Quesh in that ghostly form. After a bit of fighting and a bit of running, he disappeared from sight. What would have been Anathriel, so that'd be Gregory, went back to grab Quesh's gear, acquiring a spellbook, component pouch, and a bag of holding. With those resources and the ones previously gathered from the kobolds, you all set out to reach Warden's Charge, a city about a day's travel from where you landed. After remembering some details of the landscape from your fall, and weighing the options, you chose to head for the nearby river and follow that back to the city. You traveled for an uneventful day and decided to push on through the night in an effort to reach the city before your glyphs that are keeping you alive run out. Which I should note, in pressing on through the night, you should have received a level of exhaustion until you sleep. Doesn't matter for now. Late into the night and unknowingly close to the city, you were attacked by a hungry-looking direwolf, making liberal use of your glyphs, and in spite of some friendly fire, you managed to kill it, but not before it managed to call its friends. You started to run with a pack of direwolves in pursuit. You managed to get in sight of the city prior to the wolves finally catching you. A few glyph activations later, you made it across the clearing towards the walls of the city. That's when you heard the footfalls and sound of metal on stone. A hulking humanoid creature, heavily armored, had jumped off the wall and landed between you and the wolves, knocking the wolves back. They began to flee, and the creature made its way back over the city walls, leaving you standing in a clearing outside the walls of Warden's Charge. And that is where we are going to pick up. You hear a feminine voice from the top of the wall. Hey y'all, there's a gate over this way. And look, this.
Yeah, I make my way over there.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
No, I don't want to be here, yeah.
Alrighty.
I just got eaten by a wolf.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
Repeatedly.
It's been rough.
Right.
It's been rough.
There's
Looking up at that wall, you see a figure kind of obscured by a torch that's in her hand, waving said torch enthusiastically.
Great for it.
You see in that direction that she's waving from, there's a bridge lit by torchlight arching over the river that you've been following. At this point, you see that the river is actually running out of a large stone canal that runs under that bridge and around the city, creating a kind of moat. The bridge is actually kind of like a T-shaped bridge because it goes over that and then in towards the city, over the moat portion of it as well. Yeah, and that is where the aforementioned gate lies. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
can actually...
I move my dwarf feet there as fast as I can.
I am going to put
25
this in
feet around.
exploration mode here.
Oh, 25.
Oh, 25. -5, but 25.
And you should now be able to move the camera however you see fit there. But we will start moving everybody over here.
Oh god, I've become part of the blur.
Alrighty. So, giving you... I can give you kind of the shot I'm looking at here. As you get closer, you hear the voice again say, "Come on in. I'll be down in a moment."
He sounds like a real friendly person. I'm looking forward to not being in the wild anymore. Yeah, no, I go. Yeah.
Kind of disappear from the top of the wall there. This is not letting me do a thing that I wanted to do. Oh well.
This gate is lit.
It is lit. This is cool.
Heavily lit.
Yeah, so I spent some time building this.
It was a cool wall that you
Yeah,
made.
you all are free to move if you want, but I will start dragging people in here too.
Get me up there, Jacob. Get me in there.
So you talked about going all the way in.
Oh, all the way. 100%.
I think we can just hold shift to teleport. Yeah, there we go. And get you there. Okay. Very cool. Okay. So, a door on the back side of the wall. Or wait. I skipped a line. Whoops.
Go back.
Nope, you're good. You're good. You wait a bit and you hear rapid footsteps as it sounds like somebody's rushing down stairs on the other side of this wall. That's when you see a door on the backside of the wall burst open, and you see a slender half-elf woman with sandy brown hair pulled back in a ponytail. She's wearing what looks to be a uniform consisting of a shirt and trousers with a leather cuirass that has an insignia in the center of a kite shield with a kind of circular symbol on the shield itself. You note that other than the torch that she is quickly placing in an empty sconce nearby, she isn't wearing a weapon, but you do see what looks like a heavy net, some manacles, and a few metal balls that are all strapped to her belt. As she opens the door and puts that torch away, she immediately launches into, "Hi there, I'm Nesla. You folks woke up in Iron Warden. That'll be the talk of town for a while. Y'all are first Skyfalling, right? I could tell by the clothes. Not many people get into the woods wearing that getup. Oh, and also the fact that I saw at least one of you get torn up pretty good by one of them big wolves, and you're still here."
What was your name again?
Her name is Nesla.
Thanks for the welcome, Nestle.
Over here.
Oh my god.
Gotcha.
Seems like you're more caught up than I am. That's good.
Stick 'em up.
Talk of the town, you say? Is there any way that maybe we can avoid that?
It's gonna be hard. That probably woke up most of the town.
Well, yeah, I guess that is gonna be hard. Never mind.
Big old metal fellow running down the middle of the street, crashing through everything. That'll happen.
Not a regular occurrence then.
No.
All right, great.
How can we see the city beyond, or is it like obscured
Yeah.
in some way?
So beyond that, I didn't make the city in the map, but
What the hell?
there are.
Come on,
stone-
Jacob. I need an entire quad district city here. Let's all right.
What you're looking down is what looks like a main thoroughfare. The stone beneath your feet is an odd kind of green and black mixture, kind of marbled together down that main pathway. There are stone buildings on either side of that with offshoot roads going down there. You'll notice there's kind of like a uniformness to the city, and it's very... Everything is made of stone.
Okay.
but there's a layer of kind of life on top of this, where there are wooden structures built around the existing stone things to add decoration or some kind of functionality to it. You'll see some buildings are painted different colors, just to make them a little bit more unique.
Okay. What's it smell like in here? What's the atmosphere like if we're out at night in the dark, right? What's it
You're
smell
out at
like?
night, so it's a bit humid around here because of the water that's running all the way around the city, and near the city gates especially, you'll have that kind of scent of running water nearby. The general kind of town smells are there too, where you'd have different it's super late at night, so you're not going to have like the active like cooking smells or anything like that, but
Gotcha.
you smell smoke from fireplaces and that kind of thing going through.
Okay.
What are the? You said it's all stone buildings.
Yes.
What are the roofs made of?
Also stone.
Square? We're looking at a lot of square buildings.
Most of them are squared rectangles. They are of varying sizes. There's some smaller ones that looks like they're more houses, and then kind of further off the path,
roofs. Flat
there's larger buildings.
Rain
Most of
must
them
not
have
be
flat
great.
roofs. There's occasionally some like steepled roofs as well.
Made out of stone. That's
yes.
impressive.
Mhm.
So this is definitely not like tents, domes, and huts. This is like
Correct. It looks like this city was built completely from stone, potentially having it be planned out way ahead.
so
of
it's
time.
like the Grand Castle everywhere. It's perfectly molded cement.
Oh, it's a stone.
Kind of.
I like it.
Nice.
It reminds me of home.
fireproof, I'm guessing, since there are a lot of dragons.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, don't want to burn.
If no one else steps forward to sort of lead this conversation, Kurt will ask her for a local inn. Someplace we could stay.
Well, before we get to that, you're new here, right? So, you won't know about the Wardens yet, right?
No.
So the Wardens are everywhere around the city. They watch over it, you see? She gestures to some nearby alcoves, and you can actually see to your left side of your screen there, where you see lifelike stone statues. And looking around, you indeed see a lot of them. There are at least 2 on each side of the gates, and looking up that main thoroughfare, you see more up the sides of the street. Each statue seems to be unique in its appearance, but uniformly wear stone swords at their waist. I call this one Syl, she says, gesturing to the one closest to you. This place is named after them. They're the Wardens, and keeping this place safe is their charge. So the city's Warden's charge. I don't think it's a great name, but it grows on you. And something you should know before too much longer is that the Wardens wake up to thoughts of violence and attack when it turns to action. You hear as the heads of all of the nearby Wardens shift in her direction. See, I just thought about punching you in the face. But if I were to actually do that, they'd grind me to a pulp. So, if you ever get
somebody
attacked...
control that?
Not as far as we know. They kind of were here before, so...
You fall out of the sky.
I did. I'm Skyfallen too.
Alright, but I guess most people here can fall out of the sky. I just like to look at other people. I'm pretty sure we're all on the
That's
same
true.
page.
I'm pretty sure most people are Skyfallen at one point or
Anybody
another.
not fall out of the sky?
Yeah, there might be a few locals.
I'm gonna want to talk to them. Alright.
So, if you ever do get attacked, which is highly unlikely here, do what you can to run for some Wardens and don't attack back. Well, now that I've gotten the city warning out of the way, best you come with me and I'll introduce you to a council member and they'll get you sorted with a place to stay for the night.
Hey, that's nice. Thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem. Y'all seem like kind folk.
I'm the only one who's talked to you so far, so I mean... Anybody
Well,
else
I
want to
like-
speak to her? Y'all follow
I was
me,
just-
folks, me.
Letting
Yeah.
you go.
All
I
right.
am hiding in the back, hoping people don't notice me.
No, I know. I see you. I notice you.
She puts her hand up to the side of her mouth and calls up to the top of the wall. Sarge, I'm gonna take the newcomers back to the palace.
Players,
I'll be
wait.
right
What?
back.
What do you mean?
You see a figure step up to the edge of the wall above and say, "Go on, Nesla, and hurry back. I need to win my money back before the shift's over." You see the kind of ever-present grin on her face spread wider. Or maybe I should go slow so there's less time for you to lose more money. You hear him grunt, and the figure kind of pulls back from the edge of the wall. And she says in a kind of hushed voice to you, "I'm still waiting for him to figure out I'm cheating. I'll have to lose some when I get back so that I don't take all his money."
Missing a few steps in between, but it's fine.
So with that, she'll start to lead you further into the city.
I'll follow anybody.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we lose somebody?
Dustin.
Dustin.
Uh-oh.
He'll be back. He's gonna steal my voice
Dustin,
anyway. Let's go.
no.
He just messaged
Tin
me.
Man fall down.
He just
Now
messaged
who
me
will
like,
Kyle
"Steve."
pick on? Oh,
There he is.
There he is.
Cool.
Well, we got all this stuff while you were gone, and you can pick up the scraps.
Tons of treasure and loot. I'm level 1,000,000.
Hey, you missed all the XP. Sorry.
God, that beholder must have been loaded.
Something else.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me about beholders.
So she leads you further into the city down that main road. That main road you're walking down, like I said before, is some sort of dark green stone marbled with black. You see rows of stone buildings arranged in blocks, some larger off of secondary roads and smaller off of some smaller alleyways as well. You notice that uniformness to the design of the city. The two sides of the street are mirrored, and the buildings follow some kind of pattern. You guess you could probably figure that out the more you spent time here. Yet there's a layer of life on top, like I was saying.
I made a pretty good check on my way down, right? Was I high enough over the city to see what that pattern is?
The city would have been kind of far off. It was kind of
Okay.
just like a gray circle off in the distance from where you were falling. So
Can I make
wouldn't have been able to make out that much detail.
a
Gotcha.
stone cunning check just to see if this is was built by them or maybe something else?
Yep, go for it.
Sick.
Stone.
Nice, double for my proficiency. Awesome. This will be a 4. Or sorry, +4, so additional 2 to the roll. What the hell?
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
dirty 20.
that roll?
very good.
I didn't see the roll.
Okay. It popped up for me.
Yeah.
The game log.
You got 18 plus 2.
I'm gonna
So
turn off beyond.
you said +4, so that should be a 22.
Perfect. 22.
Okay. So with that, you're able to tell this wasn't built stone by stone. This entire city seems to have been created, somehow molded it all at once.
Magic.
Yeah, probably.
Alright,
Probably a magical means.
I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, so we talked about the pattern thing. Josh, did you get your question answered there?
The pattern from you answered me.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we were too off center from the fall is what you were saying,
Right,
so
right,
there's no way I would have been able to make out like any kind of
Detail. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. So as you're walking down the street, the buildings being aesthetically similar, you see there are some decorative cloths and wooden entryways or painted houses that make them individualized and stand out a bit. It being as late as it is, there are very few people on the streets, though you do spot. Oh wow, my words are dying. You do spot a pair of people dressed in a similar fashion to Nesla, patrolling a few blocks away. You see them cross by a
Guard
road.
rotation, alright.
I feel like guards might be unnecessary here.
Yeah, you know. Information.
As you're walking, Nesla will also give you a bit of information as well. It's not too hard to get to the palace. There's 3 main roads. Each one goes from a gate to the palace at the middle. They're also colored based on the direction. This one's green for Swampward, there's a yellow one for Sandward, and white for Peakward. My mom always says, keep going until you hit something big, take a left, and if you're going the wrong way, turn around.
Can you cover those colors again? Is that green, yellow?
Yeah, so there's green, yellow, and white.
So Swampward, Sandward, and
Peakward.
Peakward. Yeah,
Peakward.
okay.
And I
So
believe
that's technically our north, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I believe that's something that Quesh had also mentioned to you before.
Okay.
Of like the valley itself being split up into those kind of districts as a way. If you don't stop to interrupt Nesla, she will continue to ramble.
There's a well of information. I don't know why I'd stop her.
She continues to ramble about the city itself, kind of the layout a little bit. She's often using adages from her mother, asking questions and then immediately continuing as if they were rhetorical questions.
Can I
But
get her
they
social
usually
security
weren't.
number?
I don't think they have social security
Damn it.
in this place.
That's fine.
Oh,
But as you draw closer to the palace, she'll kind of interrupt her own spewing of sentences with, "Oh, I think Councilman Silro might be on call tonight. He might let you stay at Oasis. That place is real nice. Wow, you folks must be real lucky. Between the Iron Warden, Silro, and having me at the gates, of course." She smirks at the last one. Right. Y'all are kind of quiet.
What do you mean I'm talking to you?
not much room to interject. If
Yeah. Well, if you need a time to talk, I can stop.
Don't worry, we all sound the same anyway. So, same voice.
right,
We're
all the same.
all the same.
Same
Absolutely.
voice, yeah.
We're all the same.
Boy, very much. Could
Was
be
that all you were?
any one of us talking right now.
Hey, no, I was
Did anybody have
fine.
any questions or anything they wanted to ask there?
What
So
happened?
we overheard something earlier. Can I make an insight check on? I guess I don't doubt that she is also Skyfallen. But maybe we're not quite clear on exactly what we will be a part of, where she's leading us. So can I kind of, is she lying about her intentions or where she's taking us to, or what, like, our life's gonna be here potentially?
We're being captured
Oh.
here.
Are we
Right.
indentured servants? You know.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
Insight check.
I have great insight at level 1, by the way.
But yeah, we're definitely indentured servants.
Oh, beautiful.
She seems to be earnest.
Yeah, definitely. All right.
It's already got to her. She's already been brainwashed.
I'm talking to her. Can I make a roll too?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, here we go. Alright, boom.
should have given you advantage.
Hey, there we go.
19.
Right.
Um,
That's what we want.
so you gather that she is definitely taking you where she said she's
Right.
taking
Okay.
you.
Good.
She doesn't intend to mislead you in any way. She's excited that you're here and excited to be the one that's able to give you an escort here, just as like she rarely gets to do anything in her like wall duty, so she was bored.
That's why I don't want to talk. All right.
Yeah.
How old are they? They look pretty young. Young buck.
Yeah, she's in maybe early 20s.
All right. It's a good excuse. It's fine.
I am going to move us real quick.
She's just coming first to the sweet release that if she brings in people, she gets to leave.
We know. Damn it!
It's a
Now we
giant
gotta find
pyramid.
somebody.
No, that's what the pattern. It's a pyramid.
So
We're
This is-
we're in Amway City.
this is the difficult part of me making a circular city in a grid-based system.
You made it too big.
Yeah.
All these squares make a circle.
Alrighty. Hold on.
I see the ocean.
Yeah, so once I pull over your tokens, you should actually be able to see. Let's see.
So is this place exactly center of the map of the valley?
Yes, this is.
Okay.
Oh, Warden's Charge?
Yeah.
It might be offset a little bit north, but it's pretty much the center of the triangle. Argo. Kurt. Okay. I think this should be. Really. There we go. You're over here. Alrighty. So, after a few more minutes of walking, you see what you can assume to be the palace that she had referred to. In the dark, parts of it are obscured, but the lit entrances that you see ahead of you are still impressive. The normal stone of the road transitions to a gray marble in this plaza surrounding the palace. The palace itself being made of white marble and jade-colored roofs, and a golden filigree running in arched designs up the walls.
We also seem to have lost Hammer.
Oh, I'm
I
gone?
think he's in the back there. He should be.
Leave me.
Here, I'll move him up to the front.
I'm lost. I'm lost in this place. I'll find it eventually.
He's just napping.
The two entrances that you can see approaching the corner of the building each have a balcony flanked with staircases leading to the sides of it. A couple of warden alcoves form a kind of short outdoor hallway to the door. You also see torchlight underneath the balconies in entrances to corridors of older weathered stone leading somewhere that you can't see. Nesla leads you to the right side of the building where you see two large alcoves. That's kind of the big things that you see there. Each of those house a metallic version of the smaller wardens. Here in the light of the nearby torches, you're able to see their form a bit better than you did outside the walls. They are each large, two-story armored metallic constructs. As with the other wardens, each has distinct features, but with these, even their weapon choice is distinct. Now, dormant, they stand still at their posts. Nesla is going to lead you up the stairs and into the entryway over on the right. Oh, I did not pull her onto this board either. There we go. Feel cool. There we go. Now she's showing up. Alrighty. So she will lead you kind of over this way and up these stairs. This palace is also one of the things that I spent far too much time prepping.
It looks amazing, to be fair. So,
yeah, and she'll lead you up this staircase and to these doors.
It's nice to be in civilization again.
And then open that and head inside.
very civilized.
It's walls.
And
We'll take
on this route,
Ceiling's
so
a
I'll
little
just
tall, though.
Say that.
Yeah.
So this is the Oracle Palace. We'll be heading up to see Sirkin. He's kind of the clerk around here.
Clerk. Now, what do you mean by that? Is this like a overseer or a chieftain?
He handles kind of the reception
like a-
kind of
like
things.
organized. All right.
Yeah. He serves the different council people.
What's his name?
Just Sirkin. You'll meet him in a
Sirkin.
sec.
I've never heard
And
a name
it's
like that before.
Cerkin. And then she'll lead you up this. Yeah,
What's
it's
that,
gonna be hard
Gregory?
to.
What'd you say, Greg?
What'd you say? There?
I heard Greg saying something.
Just it's hard to.
Place is fucking pretty, and I'm disoriented. That's all.
It is really pretty, isn't it?
Yeah, she'll lead you down this hallway
Name
to
is
the
Warden
right.
Charge. There's wardens. I got it.
So yeah, she'll lead you. There's this four-way kind of intersection. She leads you off to the right, down a hallway, and around a corner. And around this corner, there is a waiting room with a large set of double doors on the either end, and a number of chairs set out in rows. A tall human man with a hooked nose, wearing a suit and tie, and a small pair of round glasses. He sits behind a desk, reading something from a small book he holds in one hand before him. When he sees your approach, he smoothly bookmarks his page and places the book in an inner jacket pocket while standing up.
What's the book look like? Where's he put in his jacket?
It's a small, what looks like leather-bound book, maybe only a few inches tall. It's very small, enough that he's like holding it in one hand, and his thumb keeps it open so that he can read whatever.
Can I
is going on.
perception check see when we walk in if I can spot maybe a title?
You'll actually spot that there is no writing on either cover of the book or the spine.
All right, never mind.
So heading up to here. Yeah, I can help pull some people. Yeah, this is one of the things that's, I think, a little hard to do in Tailspire is pulling people along.
You can't like multiple drag select anybody.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Can't like draw
I'm
a box
aware.
around people.
We lost Alex here.
how much is it? Since I have a better computer now, I can probably pick it up.
I think it's like
$20,
30?
something like that.
Yeah,
Alright, I'll check it.
20, 30.
Yeah. I might have
the-
it for next session too.
The
just
control, the camera control is not great. That's
Yeah, so like you have to right click to just pan, and then alt right click spins.
Weird.
That's yeah, and then there's like the thing on the right side. If you pull that white circle up and down, that's kind of your
I have
vertical.
a feeling they might be editable in like a hotkey section or something.
Yeah, there's more there. There's a tutorial on that gives you like all the camera control stuff
Roger.
too. That
Roger.
if you run through that, that might help.
Understood.
But yeah, okay. So, as you approach, he puts his book away into his inside jacket pocket. Nesla quickly says, "Hey, sir, we got some skyfall in here. They woke up the Iron Warden. Who's on call? Who's the on-call council member tonight?" And
No, they have an on-call rotation. No.
he kind of looks around and says, Miss Nesla, that would be Councilman Silvero. Last I saw him, he was heading to the Warden's pedestal to watch it come back. I believe it left from the Swampward side. That's the way we just came from, and I didn't see him. My guess is he forgot his journal and intends to take notes. You might try the statue again, or perhaps his office. Alright then, back this way, folks. And she will lead you back outside. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to see if I can multi-select or something here. No.
Be control clicking people? Is a control click thing?
That's a good question. No.
No. Any shift clicking?
Shift clicking makes it so that I can teleport people.
Gotcha.
Um,
That's very early accessy,
yeah.
unfortunately.
How do you grab multiple pieces? Okay, so there might be.
It's gonna be the thing we didn't think about.
This is from 2 years ago, and it doesn't work.
Oh, geez.
yeah. I don't see anything in the built-in tutorials either.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay.
Well,
Scrap it!
So I am going to
thanks. I hate it.
teleport everybody.
Teleport away.
Man. I think this is the first thing that I have felt like I am fighting with Tailspire over.
We just trying to get everybody back to the front door.
It'll be back outside.
By the front door?
By the front door, kind of the corner of the building where you had come. Oh boy.
Tried to move me, and the teleport did not work. I found myself.
Alex, do you know how to do the cutaway?
No, how did it cut away?
So on the right side, there's a green marker that will cut away to that level.
It's locked.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Alright, got myself down to the gate, and now I can pull myself out. Because I found the door.
There you go.
And I dropped
Physicalized.
myself off into the water by accident, I think.
Oh, did you? Uh-oh. I can pull you back on.
Yay. Well designed.
There you go. Whoops. Okay. So that is a little... Okay, so she would have been leading you back around that corner, down the hall. When she's out of earshot of Sirkin at the desk, she says, Sirkin's a bit crotchety, but don't mind him. He's actually a nice guy once you get to know him. Don't tell him I said that, though.
You can't judge
Back-
somebody on a 30-second meeting. You're fine.
Back to those doors, Nestla kind of peeks her head out around the corner to check, presumably for the councilman, and appears to have spotted him as she waves you to follow her down to the position that you're in now.
I'm doing more walking than I did when I was outside. All right, let's go.
Standing in front of the furthest warden, staring up at it, is a human man in a sapphire blue silk tunic that appears to be very fancy sleeping attire.
I bet that's so real.
Of average height, the man has a very stocky build, dark skin with medium-length black hair, and a well-trimmed beard. A large golden amulet sits atop his silk robe. Nesla kind of nervously, you can notice her physicality is shifted a bit. Councilman Silro, we've got a new batch of Skyfall in here. They're the ones that woke up the Iron Warden? The man kind of turns around. Really? You must have been in a real pickle to wake an Iron Warden.
Wolves.
Wolves, you say?
We ran as fast as we could.
Big ones.
Big,
It was a night. It was quite the night.
bigger
And
than
then there's
me.
also the
And I'm big.
ghost and the dragon
The dragon.
There wasn't a
and the
dragon.
kobolds.
The kobolds.
There was a
Not
dragon.
me though. The other kobolds.
No.
You'd say you saw a dragon.
Wait, you're still with us? Point. Where have you been hiding?
I have been in recovery mode.
I'm
Recovery.
talking to the kobold.
There was a dragon. There was also a ghost.
But thankfully not a ghost dragon.
The wolves are what activated the Warden, boys. Gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right.
You're all coming at me very quickly with different things.
Let me tell you about coming at you quickly with a lot of sting. I just like looking for
At this, Nesla kind of also says, "Sorry, Councilman, but I need to get back to my post." Nesla, how many times have I told you it's just Zero? Not enough apparently. Well, I look forward to not having to tell you, but you go ahead and return to the wall. She
call
turns
you
to
Zero.
leave, giving you all kind of like a quick wave. It's nice meeting y'all. As she starts kind of jogging back down the road that you came in on.
You're a nice girl.
Charming.
Indeed. Well, lucky me, I get to welcome you to Warden's charge as a representative of the council.
You fall out
My
of the sky?
name is Silro Oxydren. I am at your service.
And you fell out of the sky.
Indeed.
Good.
Long time ago.
I don't see a council. Are there more?
Well, yes, it's 4 in the morning, roughly. So,
Really?
most people are asleep.
I don't got a sundial.
How many on this council?
I believe there are 7. Let me check my notes real quick.
Who's on
here.
the Elderate council?
It's whatever number you want it to be, Jacob. Just remember that.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
if he's
actually-
got if he's
it's
got
actually
like
an
preset number of names, yeah.
Whatever number
Yeah,
he
yeah.
wants.
It
Just
is
axe a
7.
name.
Correct. 7. There are 7 members of the council, representing different entities throughout the city and different specializations to handle.
Right.
Well, me and my traveling companions here, I don't mean to speak for them, but I think we all have a mutual understanding that we're just looking for a safe haven while we wait for these to fade away.
And I show him the symbol.
Is there a way
yes,
to make
you were
these
very
not fade
fortunate.
away?
I mean, that'd be
Unfortunately, no, my small friend. I would normally welcome you and give you a tour, but as you
great. Oh, I
said,
got a tour, don't even worry. This was very thorough.
it's nearly 4 a.m. I believe it would be, or would not do our fine city justice. But judging by your arrival and your appearance and your glyph still being active, it seems like it's been a rough day. I'm sure you'd appreciate that safe place to rest.
What I'm looking
Uh,
for. What I'm
instead
looking
of-
for is let them do whatever they want.
What I would appreciate is you telling me, how do we get home?
Yeah, I want to get out of here.
That is,
You've been here a while.
Nah,
Clearly, you're gonna know the answer.
something we know how to do.
Okay.
Most here, it is a bit of taboo to speak of the time before.
I don't give a shit.
Mostly because people remember things they've left.
Yeah, that's what motivates you.
That's what motivates some. Others are happy to pick up whatever they can as they go along.
How long you say you been here?
I've been here a very long time.
And you never found no way back.
No, afraid not.
Well, ain't that a kick in my hope? Damn.
What have you tried?
That does not mean that there's no way back, but we've done some things. That's a lot to get into now.
Yeah, I want to sleep.
Just know that we have tried many things. Magics, exploring this place. There have been rumors of ways to get back. One of our councilmen was investigating some of those rumors.
I can only imagine you've been here so long and probably expended every possible resource. Where can I get a
Yeah.
bit of sleep?
Yes. You can spend the night at my establishment. It's called-
Now, whoa. What about just like an inn or something?
I think that's what he means.
Is that
He owns the inn.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant you would invite me to like your house or something.
No. It is a fine place. The Oasis.
Sounds good.
So let me just let Sarkin know, and I'll take you there. He kind of ducks back in and says, "Wait here. I'll be back." Ducks back into the building. He's gone for only a minute or two. You can kind of hear off in the distance as he left the door open the echoing of a couple of voices. He comes back out and he leads you through the city, away from here down a different main street, the white one, so heading north, and then off to the left side of that, down a side street, to a larger building, one of the larger ones that appear to have kind of arched top to them. Yeah, so sorry, I lost my place in some of this notes here. So yeah, he leads you up there. Outside of this building, you see large, decorative sapphire blue and gold cloths hanging from wooden archways leading up to kind of a main door. It's still the same stone that all the other buildings are made out of, but this one is painted that sapphire blue with gold trims. Stepping inside, the best word to describe what you see is opulence. You see golden urns and tables highlighting sapphire walls, hanging silks and exotic-looking furniture decorate a lounge area off the main entrance. Locked display cases housing paintings and other objects that, upon first look, actually stand out that they look mundane. You hear the sounds of running water that draw your eyes to a fountain in the corner of the lounge. A golden statue shaped as a child pushing over a large jug, the water endlessly flowing out of its mouth. The smell of incense and spices kind of flood your nose in this space. A marble desk in front of you stands in before a drow woman with a long white hair. She's wearing an ornate silk uniform with similar sapphire and gold aesthetic to the decor in the room. She stands up upon you entering and stands a bit straighter when she sees who you're with. Silro, I wasn't expecting to see you tonight. What do I owe the pleasure? We have some unexpected visitors. I have offered them rooms for the night. Ah, Skyfallen, I see. 5 rooms then? She's looking you over. And I'm assuming on your account, she kind of eyes Silro.
Before he says anything, he's like, yeah, here's a count.
Yep.
I got no money.
That one.
Yes, 5, and yes, they can. On my account. And she says, and when are you going to settle said account? I've had some unexpected expenses. By the end of next Sunday, I promise. I've heard that before, but you pay me on time, so who am I to judge how you manage your accounts?
It doesn't, but
Yeah, but to say doesn't seem like the owner.
sometime.
You're the one that reminds me I have those accounts. She smiles curtly and looks to all of you. Can I have your names, please?
Gregory.
Okay, Gregory.
We all say it simultaneously.
Everyone says everything at once, yeah.
She takes that in stride and writes down all of the names without
just a
having to have
garble
you
of one name.
repeat anything.
Gregor!
There's no space.
It's just one. We become one.
Let me pull you guys over to a different board real quick.
You better. I won't be immersed if you don't. Every room must be meticulously prepared.
They are not.
If I point in a direction and go, I expect a billing. in this program.
I'm gonna need a procedurally generated city, Jacob.
Oh man, I wish I had that. That'd be easy.
With automated NPCs.
Wouldn't that be cool if you could just click a button and it would make a
And
world
every
for you?
interior is
So-
enterable.
What is nice is some of this I've taken. There are Tailspire websites that have
Some stuff
boards
on
that
it.
you can literally just copy paste in.
That's nice.
Nice.
So that has saved
Nice.
time. Everything you've seen so far, I built by hand,
Yeah.
but the some future stuff you might run into that.
Good. Let's work for my
I'm going
boy.
to Set you all here. You won't be able to see anything but water at the moment.
I'm drowning. Make a breathe roll.
Looks almost like oil.
It really does. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah,
I'm a little,
yeah.
I'm a little wigged out
Yeah.
by it. Like,
What? Wow.
Was
Yeah.
this an aesthetic choice of the dungeon master? Are we in a wheel field?
Are we about to get sacrificed?
Fuck.
Demon blood.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Did you trick us
So I
again?
had the DM overlay, and it just does not look like that because it's kind of brighter when it has the DM overlay, so you can see everything.
I think I know Jacob's DM style. Just keeps tricking us.
Rather ominous, don't you think?
This music is giving me Diablo 2
That
main
was the-
menu.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
why am I
yeah,
back?
we're in the den of the devil right now.
I want to be a Tristram. Get me out of Tristram.
Here. Let's do this so you can at least see kind of inside. We need the actual tokens. So when I do fetch all players, it is not bringing your tokens over.
I can imagine myself on there.
I didn't know we were
Yeah.
playing Raft.
Oh, god damn it. Yeah.
You cut it down to that
Darn it.
much.
I cannot
Down to
swim.
that much. This is all I can see. Oh.
Green thing.
Your thing is too high, or too low. Sorry. So
Nothing all the way
right
up.
now we only have Alex and Kyle in here, so I'm just gonna pull these over for now, and then we'll figure out how to do this in between sessions.
Just a heads up. No matter what elevation I put the green on,
He's not unlocking anything else. It doesn't do anything. We
But you
just
can
see
make
we see
everything
the entry
disappear by
room.
going-
Yeah.
To throw everything into the sky.
Oh, so when you zoom in, is it disappearing?
No, it's just all
nah,
overall.
it's-
We have this room. It is a raft.
Right. So okay. So one thing to explain, the camera-wise, like the white thing is where you're zooming in on. The green thing only cuts things away when you're zoomed in, like with your scroll wheel, to the point that you're close enough to it. So now you're centered on like this guy.
yeah, I'm just saying that no matter what I put in these, like, is this all we're supposed to see?
Just
Yes.
this room?
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, we
Oh,
thought
okay.
we were supposed to see more. 'cause
So
you said
I
something really
have,
good.
for the interiors of a lot of these places, I am doing this kind of theater of the mind style,
That's
but
totally fair.
with some of these like random things around.
It's
So
I
this
have
is generally the space right in front of you. Off to your right would be like the rest of that place.
Yeah, I just had the impression that there was more that I wasn't seeing, so I was
All
trying to
good.
figure it out.
I had failed to set that expectation for this, so that makes sense. Okay, so we left off. She had taken down your names. She grabs 5 keys from a drawer underneath that desk, and proceeds to kind of point you all towards a side door. Silro will say, well, I should be off. I only woke up because of the Warden, and I need some rest myself. Come find me at the palace when you wake up, but take your time and rest. Deacon here will show you to your rooms. So he begins to walk out the front door, and the drow lady proceeds up the flight of stairs to the right of this area. Your rooms will be, or wait. She proceeds up 2 flights of those stairs and opens a door. Your rooms will be down this hall. The end of the hall has a privy and a washroom with running water. If you don't know how to operate that, you just turn the valve one way to let the water in, the other way to stop it. There's a stone in a metal cage that you lower into the water that will heat it,
Wait a minute.
and
Wait a minute. Running water? Where's it going?
we have plumbing to flush it out.
Oh, you missed my
Fuck
joke.
is plumbing.
Never mind.
And if you're in need of anything else, come down to the front desk and I may be able to assist you. She hands each of you a key to one of the aforementioned rooms and leaves you in that hallway to do what you would.
I don't know about anybody you, but I've been running for hours. I'd rather, well, no, God, it's almost been a day. I'm gonna go to bed.
These keys actually numbered, or do we just have to test doors?
They're oh yeah, I did have descriptions for the keys. We kind of went out of order from what I had written.
Found it.
So yeah, they're kind of ornate keys that the back ends of them are kind of molded into. They have the number surrounded by some like filigree. So yeah, they are numbered to the doors, and each door itself has kind of a gold outlaid number on it.
Fucking excellent. Yeah, no, I'll go to my room.
At this point,
Yeah, I could.
Pass out.
I could use a nap and apparently bath.
Oh yeah,
see,
we're
we'll-
covered in shit. We got killed a couple times.
See,
I've
we'll
more blood and piss on me than I normally prefer.
looking at yourself, you're wearing completely white clothing. If you remember, you fell in that, and it is now
It is not
kind of
white anymore.
tattered
Wild
and
man.
bloodstained and sweat, and yeah, does not look
Wild.
very clean.
There are a significantly large number of holes, especially in. I can't remember who it was who got eaten like 6 times by the wolf, though.
I think everybody got.
I need
eaten
this
6
councilman to
times.
set me up with some clothes and some money so I can leave this place. Let's get everything we can.
Alrighty. So I'm assuming, are you all taking to your rooms?
Just me and
or-
Gregory so far.
You know?
I am building a pillow fort because this room is too big.
Good
Building a
luck
little
with the
nest.
one pillow you get.
Oh no! When you enter these rooms, they are.
Oh,
very
never mind. The
nice.
400
This is-
pillows.
This
in
is
the palace.
this is like the nice hotel that like you pay $400 a night to go to or something nowadays.
wow.
I go to bed on
yeah.
the floor.
It has a huge like California king size bed, at least 10 pillows around the room, a few benches. There's a chest for you to store anything that you need, wardrobe on the side, all of which is gold filigree. Yeah, very well made furniture.
Place
They're
to
gonna
put my
have to throw
potato
out
sack.
all of these pillows when we're done. We are disgusting.
Yeah, I put my potato sack in the chest, and then I sleep on the floor.
All right.
Stone is much more comfortable.
Bed. Sleep.
Argo just stands in the middle of the room. He doesn't need to sleep. Stand.
Right. Alrighty. With that. Okay. So, with that, I would like. Let's have everybody roll a roleplay initiative here.
I thought you were about to say a sleep check. Yeah, I get plus
Oh.
negative
Who
1,000.
well,
falls
you
asleep
sleep.
first?
Who goes to bed?
Roll. Initiate.
Mine's trying to do the stupid D&D Beyond, the Roll20 thing.
Where are we rolling again?
D&D Beyond?
You can go before me, Josh.
Huh?
You got an 18 too. I think. Was
no.
that you? Who got an 18?
No, I got a 4.
Oh, I got 18. Mine actually worked on the second.
You go
roll.
first. You go first.
So we have Alex with an 18.
Lowest roll. Oh yeah.
There you go, bud.
Ed, you said you also got an 18,
Yeah,
but
just put me
we're
right below it.
second? Okay. Then we'll
Refresh
have
that.
Josh last.
As usual.
Dustin. Kyle, what'd you get?
19.
19. Okay, so Kyle's going first.
God damn it.
You mean Gregory? That's right.
Gregory.
On your,
I
on your
mean, I
toes.
got a 9. I got a 9.
Nope, you first.
Nine.
Put him on the spot. Make him improv.
Well, hopefully it's not too on the spot, because this is the point that we are going to do the prompts that I gave you. So
Prompts.
I'm going to ask each person for a scene, so something that you remember from your early days, a defining moment of how you connect with the class that you're going to be picking, because now upon sleeping you will all be getting your level 1 class perks. It can be so the memory that we're trying to come up with. It can be a small flash of a moment, multiple flashes, or a scene up to a minute or two long in game time. You can describe it as much as you want. I trust you all not to metagame and treat this as like a private character moment that it is, and we'll all be kind of audience members for each of these kind of personal memories. How this plays out to your character, I'm also leaving up to you. This could be a dream, or they could wake up with the ability to recall this information, but it will be something that upon waking up, they'll have this information in their head, and that's one of the things that is allowing you to use your class abilities. Would you guys want to take a short 5-minute break here, and
It's the
that give you
perfect
some time to
time
think
for
about it?
perfect time for everybody who didn't prepare. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me. I
Yeah,
did.
sounds.
My computer wasn't on for most of the weekend. I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn instead.
Oh, good. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break here. Do we usually do 5 minutes or 10?
Whatever you want, Dungeon Master.
You are in charge of this.
Let's do 5 minutes. So we'll be back 49.
All right, sounds good.
Um, on that thread. So coming back, I had mentioned we're gonna do the individual kind of memories going through here. I will also be. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we're also going to be doing the second part of that as well, where along with your individual memories, we're also going to come up with cooperatively come up with a scene for the whole group of something that happened before you all lost your memories, an important moment for the group that you're all going to remember bits and pieces of when you wake up. And in that way, it'll also kind of form that this group was together prior to this event happening to you. So, with that, I would like to turn it over to Kyle. Is there any music style that you would like accompanying this?
If I knew the music I had available to me, that'd be an easier. Give me something brooding.
Brooding. Let's see if this is brooding enough. Here. This is close, probably.
Ambience.
Yeah. Should be good.
Coming in those low tones.
Okay, Kyle. So it is up to you. What scene does Gregory remember from his past that connects to the class that you're choosing?
Okay. This is something that comes to my character as a memory or perhaps a dream. It takes them in their sleep and it brings him back to a place that he remembers fondly, though many wouldn't. He remembers an isolated tower, one deep in the wilderness, forgotten by civilization. A tower that stood tall above the treetops and menacing in its silhouette. He remembers the prison. His prison. One that he gladly guarded as a knight. His sworn duty to protect its walls and keep those charged to spend the rest of their days whiling away within it alive, whether they wanted to be or not. He remembers a particular day, one where he looked in upon the cold stone of an abandoned cell, its bars having been whittled away and broken to let in the cold of the night. He remembers staring at the stones, marred by countless scratches, time marked in vertical slits, representing the days lost for their inhabitants. This particular person was here, and for good reason. This is the person that should not have escaped. And it was Gregory's job to bring him back. He remembers the cold grass in the early morning, the biting wind, the thrill of chasing down his quarry. A hunter both of the streets and of the woods. He remembers finally cornering his quarry inside the house of some people who never in their lives expected to have it be invaded in such a violent way. He was able to find the murderer of the people of this house. A small crime added to the list that this individual had to pay penance for. And so, unable to mete out his own justice, deserved as it might have been for the lives taken by this prisoner, he had to drag it back to the tower, lock it back away, and resume his watch. He remembers being a hunter, but not of beasts, of men. Ta-da!
Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Kyle should have rolled lower. Now I feel like I don't have it.
Yeah, way to go, Kyle.
Everybody's got a different style. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Any style's accepted here. Any style you can touch on things or go into extreme detail, and that's fine. So with that, Alex, it is coming up to you next. Are you
Okay,
ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool.
What kind of music do you want? Wait,
Yeah.
music.
This works.
Okay.
Okay. Let it ride.
So, with Arun remembers his childhood, a mixture of praise and torture, of going through, remembering his the cult that he was abducted into as a small child. Not a particular smart cult, thinking that he was a dragon, but a cult nonetheless. Oh man, now I just lost all my train of thought.
No, get it back. Take your time.
Oh, you're good.
Take your time.
You're good. No pressure.
Yeah. He remembers fighting and scrapping his way as best he could until he escaped into the city and hid amongst the population, amongst the urchins, fighting and scrapping his whole way through until there's nothing, and he remembers no more.
So he remembers the escape from this cult. Okay. I should have asked this before. I'm going to circle back to Kyle real quick. What class are you choosing?
I'm a ranger.
Alrighty.
Ranger.
Bounty hunter.
And Alex?
Monk.
Monk.
Oh shit, a monk kobold? Dude.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So next up we have Ed.
Oh, am I that high?
Yep, Dustin is on deck.
Okay. All right. Do you have ancient music, or is this like the darkest sort of old music that we have?
Let's see. We have.
Old.
Ooh, the Eldritch Prospector.
There's Gothic Castle. Let's try this one.
Well, what's that sound like? I wish I could turn it up more on my end. I can't. I don't have a thing.
Can on the stream? I'll stream.
I think this is fine. I just wanted to pick up. It seems pretty ambient. Most of these seem very ambient, so I doubt it's gonna at some point go crazy.
Right.
If it goes crazy, it'll throw me off. So I think mine is also going to be a dream for Kurt Hammer. And I think from the perspective of our audience, camera set, we start on a dark room, smoke sort of clearing in on the sides. As it begins to sort of widen back, we see that we're in a hall. I need this music to change. 100%. Oh, I knew it was going to pick up on me. It's fine to go back to the other one. I'm immediately Dracula. I see the hole. I come out of the darkness.
Bleh, bleh, smoke from the corner. Here I come.
I suck blood. One, two, three.
Two.
I knew it was going to pick up on me. That was a good beginning.
Sorry about that.
Oh, we can't tell what music it'll be. Is this the normal? What is
I
this?
think this is back to what we had for Kyle.
I'm gonna assume this might actually be good for everybody. We might all be
Brooding darkness.
So, same scene. We see that sort of dark chamber, this sort of smoke mist coming through. And as the camera widens out, we see ourselves in a hall, a great dark hall, somewhere deep beneath the surface of whatever earth this takes place on. In this chamber, as sort of the colors of blue, black, purple come into the foreground, we start to get the shape that sort of dominates the center of the room. We see a great stone block, probably a good 5 feet high, dominating the corner of the room. And we see that there seems to be a piece of metal bar sort of built into the stone, and a chain sort of lining its way off screen. And then dead center, we see an anvil, just sort of sitting silently in the smoke, and then the chain begins to move. It's the first sound that hits our ears as we see Kurt enter in, the chain following with him. We see it is tied, bolted to his leg. He begins to approach the anvil, and we see in his hand the only thing offering any source of light or color to the room outside of the dim darkness is a blade, and it's red hot. He places it down on the anvil and lifts a dark hammer in his hands that immediately begins to alight in some form of rune or spark and offers a secondary light source. It slams down, and as it does, sparks fly, and we get that classic illumination of the dwarven figure crafting their wear. And as they fly, we get a vision of Kurt as a younger dwarf man. His beard a little tighter to his flesh than it lays now, much longer and a little more robust. But also, he's tattered, bruised, obviously has faced some form of torture, obviously is in some kind of captivity. As he brings down the hammer again and again, he pours it into a nearby sort of oil pot. Whatever the real name for that is, I don't know. I don't have the cauldron. And as he pulls it in, we see steam sort of billow out, and the water inside seems to illuminate in some sort of magical color. He pulls out the blade and sets it on the anvil, and then he pulls from his mouth. He begins to choke up something, and as he does, he pulls out in his hand what looks to be a gem. He takes the gem and he places it on the blade, lifts the hammer, and slams it down. The color now inside the sort of magic runes ingrained in the blade take a reddish form, rippling and crackling like veins in flesh. And they shudder, show, and then dim away. And we get a look in his eyes with that last slam, this look of anger, of vengeance. The scene darkens, and we open up on a second scene of a hall, a great illustrious hall, probably of some sort of ruler, leader, or maybe even a king. We see a sort of parade, a correspondent of people coming in almost a ceremonial fashion. A great pillow in the hand of the person at front, and the blade we saw before laying before it. It is presented to an illustrious-looking figure, some great dwarven king or lord of a hall deep below the earth. His darkened skin and white eyes look down at the blade with greedy anticipation. He lifts a hand and grabs it, and as he lifts it, he smiles, just a devious grin of happiness. And immediately his eyes widen, he drops the blade as we see the flesh of his hand begin to sort of shrink and pull close to his body. He steps back. There's a shock and awe in the room as his flesh gets tighter and tighter to his skin before he shrieks and moans, and we hear a horrible sound of just his breath leaving his body as the Lord is killed. The next scene, we see Kurt climbing his way up rocks, a dwarven stronghold city in the distance, his chains broken, a maddened look on his face of wishing only to escape after what he's done. And that is what I remember of the night I became a Forge Cleric.
Nice.
Bruh.
Forge Cleric. Excellent. Thank you for that. Next up, we have Dustin with Josh on deck.
What kind of music do you
Normally,
need?
evil party.
I need some like I need some like Mandalorian music.
That's not going to help me know what that is because I haven't watched it all yet.
So far, yeah, we've gone brutal bounty hunter. It sounds like, and then we've got a cultist kobold, and then we have murderer dwarf, or Kingslayer dwarf or whatever, and we're pretty bad so far.
Yeah. How about some like nomadic music?
Nomadic.
Journey traveling,
Journey traveling. Yeah.
dusty field, open road.
Yeah.
Sure, we got that in there somewhere. There's got to be a journey music in Hero Forge. Come on.
Yeah.
I cannot
Maybe
hear it.
this?
That being said,
Is because you need to be in the stream.
I am.
You need.
Thought it.
I mean, I can hear everything.
So if you right-click on the stream, there's a stream volume.
Yep. Oh, good. I can actually turn it up. It was so low.
Okay,
Yeah,
there we go. There we
Mention
go.
that.
Yeah. I heard you, Josh.
No.
How's
Okay.
this?
That's good. That's perfect, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. So as Argo stands in his room, basically on standby mode, almost the equivalent to a Warforge, you almost think of through his vision like a personality matrix reboot, and his vision turns to static, and he remembers something very early on, something striking him in the head. One of the many craters in his skull. He falls to the ground. He clutches a fistful of sand. It grinds as he flexes his fingers, his metal fingers. He hates the friction. He's protecting somebody. He's fighting someone in an open field, a desert. He gets up. He gets hit again. He's fighting a swordsman. He's not armed. He doesn't have any weapons. This better be worth it, he mumbles to himself. As the fight continues, I imagine he's maybe like a family or a traveling merchant he's protecting. There's not much else to say other than as the warrior is about to strike him down, he raises his hand. Out of his mechanical arm is a gun, and he shoots the assailant dead.
Alrighty. Does that complete your scene then?
Yeah, it's not that great.
Shush,
that's
it's
fine.
good. I liked it.
Just wanted to make sure that that was the end there.
Bang! That's how it ends.
Yeah,
that's a good end.
It ends with a bang, and
We don't even see
he
if the
wakes up.
shot goes off.
He is a fighter.
And you'll be taking the gunslinger
Oh yeah.
subclass. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
And he wakes up rubbing his hand, now aware of the mechanical addition to it.
I like that. Works in a bringing it back into the current realm without having it all there. Okay, cool. Next up we have Josh. Take it away, sir. Unless
Do you want this music?
music change. Yeah.
You got something? I don't know. You got something tribal in there? Is there like a tribal track?
Right.
If it's too intense, then maybe we'll go back to this. But
Put the Dracula music on.
So this is Night Meadows.
That's right.
And she become a vampire.
Nordic vampires, yes.
It's the music
A
super
yum-
akin to a genre.
You are now vampire.
Vampire.
So this one might be okay.
I like it so far.
I'm
I
into
think
it. I'm into the
should be good.
beginnings.
Ooh, I like this music a lot.
I really like this
Mhm.
music. Save that on the
So-
list. Hit this one. I want to hear this one again.
Yep, so that one is also the background music that I had for the town intro, I think, too.
Nice. Yeah.
It's called Of Stone and Soul. Yeah.
Stone and Soul. Okay. Through a line of trees, there is a wall, a ward of snow, swirling. These are alpine trees. These aren't oak or maple. Snow covers the treetops and the ground, and through the trees there is a firelight. There's a camp, a logging camp. Lots of large felled trees surround and erect a wall. In the center, a bustling village, small. We're talking nomadic camp tents and barrels of salted meats and fish from the river. And things are calm for a few moments as the sound of drums in the trees start to quicken. Tribal drums, deep, rhythmic. And the sounds of shrieking and chanting start to close in on this village, and Hjalmar is in the center, and here the approaching whatever this may be, large thing, as everyone flees to their homes. He looks to his wife and his son and ushers them inside quickly. Turning toward the source of light and the music, only drawing closer through the trunks of the trees, silhouettes of masked demons, necklaces of bone, staves, bare feet, drums, more drums, glowing green eyes in the darkness. He reaches down and takes a lumbering axe in his hands, determined to defend his people and his home. The drums almost reach the edge of the wall as a large ephemeral wolf descends from the sky and falls in front of the gate on all fours, facing away from him toward the oncoming threat. And it looks back over its shoulder as the snow swirls and obscures the camp. And he sees nothing beyond a foot or two in front of his face. He only hears a voice. Remember. And it goes black. He's a barbarian.
Nice. Very nice.
Remember who you are.
Yes,
Mufasa,
exactly.
get out of here. Yeah. Back in the clouds with you.
Excellent. Thank
Don't
you
sue
all
me, Disney.
No,
for
they're
this.
so. It's Disney. They're suing you.
Alex, what's your class again?
Monk.
Monk. Okay, thank you.
So, we've gone through our individual memories. So, now we're going to come to a group memory. So, this we can be a little bit more freeform. We can add and remove things as we want. It is a collaborative storytelling thing that I want to do here. Something. It doesn't have to be how your group formed. It just has to be
A memory.
a memory for your group. Something that happened.
How are we gonna bring together this ragtag group of motherfuckers? Jesus.
We watch as the village that
we-
we are just in burns to the ground.
We can.
we got brought together when we all fell from the fucking sky. That's a group memory.
That is
It's a memory of falling.
We go right back to us falling. I think Jacob wants to have us have a previous time.
Record scratch.
Right. Like this group was together.
Before. Huh.
We don't have to think of why.
Yeah,
necessarily.
I guess just a memory. I got something really basic if we want to do like a foundation and then we can work off of it.
Yeah, give us a base. Go.
So simple, boys. We're fighting a dragon. How about that? Does that seem like too much?
Shit.
Is that like we
no,
have a scene where
that's
We
we
are
fight?
level 1.
I know, but who cares
Maybe
what level
we
we
weren't.
were when we weren't? You
Yeah.
know, who knows what we were before?
we might have amnesia. We might not have all our abilities.
We and this area, like we could have had all of our experience sapped from us, you know, kind of thing. This is how we are getting level 1, you know. But I think like the simplest thing I think is fighting a dragon. But if somebody else has something else, please, I'm fine to work off whatever. Something
Yeah,
that
no,
goes
I
with
think that works. We were all fighting Bahamut in the fields of Carno, and
Damn, we're going hard. I was a king, and
and we all died on that field, and we
My,
woke up falling from the sky. It makes sense.
Yeah, my good friend Louis Swa.
it was great.
yeah, he
Erected
teleported
a great
us.
barrier. Yeah.
We all woke up in a weird carriage for some reason. That
Yeah.
it seems like it'd be easier to have wheels, but
So
might have
yeah,
done
Finally
So anyway,
awake.
back to the actual thing we're doing. Yeah. Yeah. Dragon fight.
I got a chiller prompt too if we want something other than a dragon fight.
what is it?
A bar fight.
A meeting at a summit, some kind of council where we have come from different places and perhaps we are chosen as a group to go accomplish a deal. Basically, the Elrond situation, fellowship.
Oh,
That's the other. That's the chill one, but that's the other one I can think of. Easy way to bring together a bunch of misfits.
I like the second. Yeah, second option.
Sure.
Okay. What was the problem? What were we sent to do? Like what was the council about?
We had to destroy this cursed amulet, which is the most powerful of a set of amulets,
Okay.
and it can only be destroyed
Jesus Christ.
throwing
in
it
the
into a
river by
particular-
which it was forged by an angry
Oh
elemental.
my fucking
A
god!
river, yes, a river.
I knew it as soon as you said amulet.
This is a great story already.
The gnome who bravely brought this amulet to us is dead.
Yeah, where is he? What happened to him?
This heart of gold brave gnome died. He's dead.
I think for the sake of us not having our characters be based in jokes.
So copyright issues aside.
Do we have any cool
Yeah.
ideas of what could have been a problem that was like that we would have that somehow collectively we would have come to a table to deal with?
What about a plague of some kind? War is obviously a very cliche, so why don't we go with maybe an internal problem, like a plague?
How would
the
we
people.
face that? I wonder. Would it be
Yeah,
caused by like a
we're more of the-
necromancer or something, or like some evil
I think
thing?
we're set to kill it. There's a dragon invading the area, and we.
I like the plague idea, but I feel like
Like a plague dragon?
ooh
You
yeah,
want to combine them?
I like this.
We could have an undead dragon.
An
A
undead
Dracula dragon?
dragon that's like breathing its sort of like shit everywhere and people are getting sick. It's like it's trying to make an area its lair.
Yeah, it's extending its influence
Mm.
into our home.
And
our homeland.
I'm imagining where we are from is connected enough around this area that we different tribes, wherever we're coming from, different areas, called forth.
Yeah, we could have had a 6-year assembly of all these people. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, we could have come
Yeah.
with other people, and we're just the chosen among that group.
And maybe it's a valley, the dragon's on a mountaintop, extending its influence into this valley basin area. Yeah. Maybe we're just at the points up and down the basin. Yeah. Gotta work together to get rid of the threat.
Or better yet, we're set to go find an artifact that will help kill.
Yeah, because
The
maybe it's because it's sort of this like plague dragon. Maybe it just can't die. It's like
You're a
almost
cleric.
undead.
We're looking for a holy relic
Yeah.
to repel the undead.
Something
Yeah,
to
undead
get rid
dragon.
of this horrible plague dragon. Because they've tried to like slay it before, losing tons of people, and they just didn't. It just came back, and it wasn't worth the losses.
Hmm.
We do have a
So-
cleric and a dragon monk, so
It's a couple things.
So
there.
what kind of relic will someone have heard of that they suggest to go get?
Like a golden
Scepter?
dragon scale, like something to make it mortal.
a scale of Bahamut.
Yeah, like a
Let's go.
scale that will bring it back to
Oh
life, so we
shit!
can kill it.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do that.
Because it just keeps coming back.
I'm gonna bring you back to life so I can.
It's
kill you
undead.
again.
Like basically,
Yeah.
my imagination is it's always rolling its Constitution save to die, and it just comes back and then leaves, and it's like fuck. So we just need to make it a mortal dragon so we can slay
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Some kind of artifact or a scepter of some kind
I love
of
somebody
power.
said a scale of Bahamut or something. That
Scale of
sounds-
Bahamut, that's
that
cool.
sounds sweet.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like that a lot. And then, like, scene-wise, I can just imagine just a badass scene where we're fighting this fucking thing. Somebody has to...
2 seconds. Food arrived.
Okay. Somebody's
Well-
got to put the scale on him or something.
You also did talk about the scene being this summit.
Maybe
This
it's
is
just
the
the
summit
summit.
before.
Thing that people
Yeah.
Maybe it's just the
To
summit
get
of
the
us
scale.
being sent out for the scale, yeah.
Nope. We might have future ones that we could elaborate more on this plot line from outside.
My only question, the memory, is that... Oh, yeah, I guess it's the only memory we have. There could have been an after or before. Okay, never mind. It's not the last memory we had. It's just a memory.
we could have succeeded or not succeeded. We don't know.
We have no idea what happened.
Right. You won't know the current state of this thing.
The leader of the council's name is Belrond. That's the one. Okay, that's the one that we should do.
Okay, but he's a tiefling. He's not an elf.
Yeah.
I am Belrond.
It's the one give.
and the gnome.
Kyle's cracking me up with that. No. No,
It's a gnome. It's not a halfling.
it's just one. Just one.
Frobo tried valiantly, but he was stabbed 8 times by 8 swordsmen.
If we had too many, it's silly. It's got to put one subtle nod.
Yep. Okay.
I think we're waiting on a food, Josh.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if Josh is back yet.
Doesn't sound like it.
The peas? No. That is fine.
I mean, I think we decided on the scene. Was there another thing?
So the third thing, and I actually know Josh's answer to this. So the third thing that I had a prompt for is a personal loss that your character will have suffered in the past. We don't have to go into this now, but if you have something, you are this is an opportunity for you to present that.
Are we doing initiative order or just anybody who's got it?
I'll call out if anybody has it, just because I don't
I
expect
have
this
one.
one
I think
right
I have
off the
one.
bat. Okay.
Mine is kind of my original story in some ways.
Mine too, but
Okay.
so we got 2 people. Has anybody else got something they lost? I guess you don't have to, but if you...
The 2 being you and
Me and Alex, it sounds like
Alex?
so far.
Okay.
Josh said you had one.
Back. Sorry. What do I have?
You have a personal loss?
he was not going to do that one.
Personal
Is what I
loss.
remember.
Well, I have an idea. It's just not very fleshed out. If it's just a one-line answer subject, loss of his family.
Okay.
So wife
Yeah,
and
so-
child.
The intent here, is that we can go into that. You can either do a scene or state it like that, either way. But it is up to you how you would want to present this information.
Yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna leave it at.
Okay.
So just wife and child. We'll write that down.
Yeah, following the sort of short answer, I'll do a similar one.
Okay.
Kurt lost his guild. They were completely wiped out.
Guild, you said?
My guild. Yep.
Okay.
And
Alex.
Alrune lost his family since he was abducted as a very small child. He doesn't know any of his clan.
Alrighty. I
Ooh.
will.
I have a small thing.
Okay.
This is doubly tragic. This is not new to Argo. He is from he was originally from a place called Eberron, and then was thrown into another realm, and now is in yet another realm. So he is on an endless journey to find his way back home.
So, kind of loss of his homeland.
Yeah.
Did he show up in the new realm by falling from a considerable distance?
Yeah, has he done this before?
Is not no, it was a portal.
Right, but did the portal deposit him, say, 50 feet up?
No.
Oh.
Wow.
It was actually
Okay.
quite comfortable.
Kyle, did you have anything that you wanted to point out here, or would you like to postpone?
No. The loss that my character has suffered is the loss of his honor. Because he took his job very seriously, but eventually he became jaded by the fact that he kept bringing back people who kept committing more crimes, and eventually he started killing them, and people just found out, and he was expelled from his knighthood.
Okay.
You
So,
sure
loss
we're
of
not bad
honor
guys?
via.
We can be bad guys. That's fine.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm Batman.
Batman.
But I kill people.
I'm not a bad guy.
If you listen, I put you in prison, but if you escape from prison, all bets are off.
You had your chance.
You had your chance. You
Batman
could-
with one chance.
Everybody gets one.
What if it's just tax evasion?
Dead.
It's over.
You should
Okay.
have served your time.
Oh,
You try to go back to the Bahamas, kill you.
Star Trek style.
So, we've done all the individual memories, the losses. For the group one, we came up with a meeting, a summit of sorts,
Council.
at some kind of council, yes. With a leader, Belrond the Tiefling,
Yeah, Belrond.
discussing an undead dragon that was plaguing a specific location. Seeking to stop this dragon, there was a rumor of a scale of Bahamut, which could bring back this undead dragon, bring it back to life so that it could be slain and permanently killed without the benefits of its current necromantic form. That's what you'll end up remembering in the morning.
So I remember
There
these
w-
guys.
There will be bits and pieces of that throughout all of the characters here, right? So if you want to say, I only remember the dragon, or I only remember the scale of Bahamut, like those type of things, those bits and pieces are up there. but as a group, you will come together with that amount of information.
Are we cool later to build on that memory? If it's like, oh, I want to
Oh,
remember.
100%.
If I want to remember Kyle's character, can I be like, who did you come with in the council? Were you alone? What were you wearing? Did I interact with you? Like, I mean, we probably interacted with each other because we were chosen, but I want to know if we'll be able to build on it later.
Yeah, how you got to this council, we have no idea yet. We can build on that later.
Okay.
If you guys were together before this council, that could also be a thing. Like, yeah, this is still very
if any
open.
individuals wanted to be, because we could have it be separate altogether, different packs. Yeah, that opens it up.
Yes. Yep. Could have been groups of 2 or 1 or 3 or whatever. Yeah.
I came.
However,
I think
that
I came
happened.
with Kyle's character for sure.
I only remember Belron.
Oh, no.
Oh, Belron.
Okay. So.
The tiefling lord who brought us together.
Imagine just Hugo Weaving, but with this red face paint.
It's the same guy.
Red face paint and horns. Yeah.
It's the same clothes and everything. It's like, okay, we're not even trying.
But it's like bad face paint.
Yeah, it's they took him in the back. Just like, we gotta pick you up.
Like they smeared blueberries on Elrond's
I
face.
dub you all the fellow blip of the thing.
Not very
Just like you were from a
good
different
horns.
movie.
Okay.
Headcanon.
Yep. So with all that, I am gonna warn everybody. I'm about to change the screen from very dark to very light.
Okay.
Thank you
All
for the
right,
warning.
stare intently.
So there it goes.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
No. Ooh, it actually is okay.
That's a bit
Was looking
brighter.
away and I noticed that. Thank you for warning. Oh my god.
Yeah, if you zoom out, it gets even worse because it's a
Oh
fog multiplier.
god.
It kind of was bad that for mine just because I had both screens. I have Kyle's screen open too.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like,
Alex just got an instant tan.
you just went light mode, man.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
Camera, I'm seeing like my face is all of a sudden really bright.
Anybody watching it on YouTube just got really bright too.
Yep.
Sorry, pig.
We warned them.
Oh, poor pig.
Sorry, pig.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I am going to apply.
Who knew we'd be
this.
watching us for
There we
years
go.
just to
Oh,
go blind?
God. Thank you.
Hey, it doesn't look like oil anymore.
Yeah, not too
Yeah,
much.
now
Not
it's
as
just
bad.
water.
Yeah, it's just like still
Kinda-
water.
On my screen, I'm getting kind of like alien landscape.
A little bit. It's neat.
Okay, so after a night's sleep, including the dreams that we mentioned or the memories upon awaking, you wake up in your beds in the mid-morning sun streaming in through the windows. One of the first things you'll notice is that the glyphs on the back of your hand are now missing, having expired while you slept.
Great.
That is why
Eventually,
we continued to town last night.
yep. Eventually, heading downstairs, you'll see a different face at the front desk than you saw last night. An old-looking gnome woman in a flowing cloak sits atop the desk itself, knitting what looks to be a small hand towel. Ah, you must be the new batch of Skyfallen. I hope your night was restful.
I don't sleep.
Well, as an automaton, that makes sense. Well, feel free to partake in a complimentary breakfast in the dining area. She waves to a door beside the staircase.
Ooh, continental.
Is it continental?
It came with a hotel.
Is that
You see a long table made of an exotic-looking wood, of course, with covered serving platters in the center, set with plates and silverware for each of you. Upon opening any of said platters, you'll see that there's a breakfast of pancakes, sausage, bacon, assorted fruits, are set under those platters. Somehow, the food that would have been prepared seems like it's still hot, as if it was just cooked.
That's amazing.
Are there any other people here for us to appall with our absolutely filthy appearances?
There are no other people here. It is
Okay.
a bit later in the day than they probably would have woken up. You guys went to bed at 4 a.m. in order to get a full night's rest. You're a little bit later.
I asked the
So
lady if she's got any clothes I could wear.
I was gonna say, yeah, could I get some clothes?
We don't have any clothes on hand. I suppose I could give you robes, but
I'll take them.
we could also...
Wearing a potato sack.
Yeah. I could also potentially clean that and maybe make
I
some
love
modifications.
robes much better than a potato sack.
Okay. You are guests of Silros. I'll see what I can find.
Does anybody
You
else
see,
want
she-
robes, or are you happy with what you got?
I kind of want us to all walk out of this place in bathrobes.
We should all wear
I'll
bathrobes.
take a
Yeah,
robe. It's the same resistance from the wind.
Actually, now that I think about it, he rips off his pants.
I don't remember us getting pants.
No, you had pants.
Okay,
Yeah, I just-
potato
I
sack
just re-
pants. Good.
I
Yeah,
just-
yeah.
I
It says
just-
like scrubs,
Scrubs.
but
I just rip them
cheaper.
off. I just rip them off.
I mean, here's some other.
So 4 sets, 1 smaller. Okay.
I mean, you asked him.
Um,
I'm 8 feet tall. How big do they go?
One
damn.
smaller, one much larger.
Wait a minute. I remember you.
Um,
oh, I also decided to fully clean up since they had a bath.
Yeah, can I have done that? Yeah, can I have also
Yeah,
been
yeah.
done?
Anybody who wanted to have a bath definitely could have had a bath, and that experience was very. It had like the plumbing thing where you fill it up, but it had a kind of strange cage with what looked like a stone in it. That when you lowered it into the water, it just continuously put out heat, so it was warm water.
I'd love a situation where I never put the potato sack clothes on again. Can that have just not happened?
Yeah.
You gonna go down there naked?
Yeah,
No, I want to get in this robe previously. if
there
possible.
there would have been robes like in that room. set
I'm
up
wearing
for it.
that.
So if anybody hadn't taken one of those, she would be going to find them.
I clean myself and put the bloody mud clothes back on. Not happening.
I'm just not wearing my clothes. I don't have any genitalia to show.
Good for you.
All right.
Wait a
So
minute. What do we sound alike?
I don't know.
Because you started talking like him, robot.
Watch your tongue with me. I remember you when I was in default mode. You,
No, you don't.
treat me like yes, I do. When I
No,
was
you
in
don't.
default mode, you were making fun of me. Well, stop. It's over.
I make my way to the food.
Well, it had stopped, but now it's going to start again.
I gravitate toward the food table.
All right. Well, I'm
It's
not
already
gonna get.
there.
I'm not giving you any of my bacon.
It's free. I'll get my own bacon.
the old lady returns a
Yeah,
little
you won't
while
get any extra.
after that with robes for anybody who still needs them. Yeah, and you are welcome to partake in the breakfast as you see fit there.
Nice of Council Silver to pay for all this. It's real nice.
I feel like we
Very
might
good.
be indentured servants now, though.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like we were doing much better out in the wild. We'll figure it out from there.
You ma'am, you got any oil?
Oil? Like cleaning oils?
Yeah, just oil.
Closest we might have would be incense stuff, but that's very expensive. I don't think we have any of what you're looking for.
Well, I do not partake of physical nourishment, so if you will please have this for yourself, ma'am. I will not be needing it.
Oh, I've already eaten. I appreciate it.
I'll give it to some homeless child, and Starving orphan, I don't know.
At that point, Arun just sort of pulls his plate over in front of him too.
You've already eaten. Nah, you bullied me too. You don't get no bacon.
What are the seating arrangements here like?
So it's a long table that has kind of individual chairs. They're large chairs, so they would be able to fit you.
Would it fit a Goliath? That's my big
Yes.
question is, am I going to be causing breakfast trouble? Okay.
No. They have like different sizes because of this type of situation. So there are small ones and large ones, but they're kind of off to the sides.
Does the
Normally
table
it's that
match the
medium
chairs?
side. Oh yeah,
Okay, all right.
of course.
I bought
Doesn't matter
myself a
how
nice
big it
booster seat.
is.
It's all good.
Yeah.
While everybody's eating, I imagine at a point where there's food in everyone's mouth, or there's even just a quiet moment, I think Kurt will finish his chew, swallow, and he'll just look around at everybody, and he'll say,
You all remember the Plague Council? I had a funny dream last night. And
I remember a
over
dragon.
there.
I remember we were supposed to get a scale, right?
So yeah, it wasn't just a dream. That did happen.
It did.
Oh yeah, at old Belron's place.
Belron. I remember Belron.
He was a good guy, Ira.
That knockoff tiefling sorcerer.
point at Gregory and say,
I
I
remember.
thought it was
go ahead.
Bell End.
That could have been.
From Bell's End.
Oh my.
I point at Gregory and I say,
Now I showed up to that thing with you, I remember. Do I know you?
I look at him hard.
You know me?
I feel like you're more familiar than everyone else.
See, I got that feeling too. I just want to make sure it wasn't just me.
I think you owe me money.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, that must be why I like you. You're a good investment.
I have a feeling that quest went really poorly. These fell out of the sky.
It's the last thing I remember seeing in you. I don't remember nothing else. It was falling out of the sky, yeah. It must have gone wrong. Well, at least we got something.
Well, I guess everybody's gonna have to just die from that plague dragon since apparently we can't leave.
Yeah, hell, they're gonna be dead, so fuck. It's
Yeah,
not our
over
problem
here.
no more.
What were we getting paid for again? Were we getting paid?
I can't even remember what. I remember there was a good reason, but I just remember being there, seeing y'all, what it was about.
Doesn't
Belron.
fucking Balrond.
He was a good guy. He invited us all in. He showed us nothing but hospitality.
I did like Belron.
Fucking Balrond up in his mountain dell.
Bastard.
But hey, you watch your mouth. Elrond was a great man.
It was a billion miles away from here now, so who the hell knows?
He's probably dead.
We need to find a wizard with some level of competence. We can just plane walk back.
There's gotta be a way.
The hell's plane walking?
It's where you walk through plains.
You mean a field? I could show you where a field is. We can go up there right.
or something. Powerful magic. What are you talking about? There's gotta be somebody, I agree.
Let's say that. No, don't say planes.
I don't know magic.
Must have been how we got here. Nope. If I remember, and can we like exchange names so we know who everybody is?
I think we already did. Didn't we?
Yeah.
I did. Well, I don't know if we initially knew our names until this dream. Or...
No, we knew our names back before we walked into the
we're
Cobalt
good.
Den.
We're good. Never mind. I don't say that.
Make me say
Everybody's
my
named
name
up
one
already.
more time.
Could need a refresher, but
No, I got him on a list. Gregory, Argo,
I'm gonna go Bastion.
Marloon and Yelma.
Got me all at a disadvantage. My personality matrix was set to default.
I do not
Kinda
know
j-
what that is.
It's like a generic personality. It just says yes, no, maybe so.
Okay.
Damn. It's a good default. You should go back to that.
Yeah, but you go back to the plains.
That's,
would if we
yes,
could. That's kind of
That's
the
exactly
goal,
what we're
yeah.
trying to do. But
So,
if this world works anything like the one we came from, we got to scratch some rich asshole's back before anything gets done.
It sounds like that's going to be Counselor Suro. You know, we brown nose enough, we might get some stuff from him, more than just this.
While they're bickering,
We're
Hjalmar's
not
gonna
bickering.
We're not
Gonna
bickering.
he's gonna pet Alrune on the head. Yeah, while he's eating. Yeah. From 8 feet up.
oh, I'm in a booster seat. We're good.
Yeah, perfect.
You said he's petting him?
Yeah, just patting him on the head.
Oh, what the?
All things are happening.
They must know each other. I assume they came to the council together.
That's a
Friends.
weird company.
Should I pet you on the... No, I'm not petting you on the head.
No, you're not petting me.
I'm about to say, don't do that. My head's covered in oil. You get your
I
head.
was talking to Gregory.
Who's Gregory?
Greg!
You put the left pointer.
Oh, I just have asshole in my memory banks.
This is going to be a long day.
How about we start fresh, okay? We're all a little aggravated from the journey thus far, being thrust into heaven. What seems to be a great bout of memory loss, and might all be a little bit at each other's throats. Let's just calm down. We're on the same team. As far as I know, you're the only people of any connection to me here, so let's try to be friends, at least at first. Figure out what we're doing, and then we can decide if we want to make enemies. That okay with you, Argo?
Stop trying to hurt my feelings.
I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm saying you're being aggressive. And you just gotta just mold in.
All right.
All right.
Fine.
I got
Now
your
let
back.
me-
I got your back. You got mine.
I'll let bygones be bygones, but if you try to bully me one more time,
Now answer me, Argo. I got your back. You got mine.
you'll see the biggest hissy fit this tavern's ever seen.
Do you have an answer for me, Argo?
Yeah, yes, I'll be nice.
You got it. You got my back. I got yours.
Yeah, I do.
All right. Good.
Dumbass.
Now, Gregory. Let's just try and get along before we figure out what's going on here. I agree with what Gregory said. We need to get everything we can out of the councilman. We should meet with him.
Then
Everybody,
what?
once everybody's done eating, we should just go meet with the man.
Then, once we get everything we can, hell, I know my hands hold weapons. I'm sure you all feel the same. At least that's what I remember you looking like when I was at the Plague Council. But we get weapons, armor, provisions. Maybe we can figure out what the hell this place is.
Unfortunately, what I appropriated off the wizard isn't going to be enough to get us very far, so
We can learn
finding
whatever
some
we can.
funds and purchasing some appropriate gear should be our first priority.
I agree.
I look up at Helmar, and during that whole, you got my back, you got yours, and I say, I'll hit him low, will you hit him high?
Right.
That's what I want to see.
That's right.
Teamwork.
Mm-hmm. Kneecaps, back of the neck.
Good. This is gonna work out just fine.
Just like a tree.
So is that the plan of the day then? We're going to
That's our
seek out
hook.
Councilman Silro.
That's the first
Need
hook.
to,
Unless we want to go a random direction.
Definitely need
Yeah.
to go carouse and find supplies, because
We
Yeah.
need some stuff. My
we got
inventory's
nada.
empty.
We got nada.
Alright.
We got nada.
I do have the base inventory as like a list of things I want. I hope that's okay. I just don't have any of it
Okay.
equipped.
Yeah,
I
that's
need-
fine for now.
A spear?
I have a few things I want, so hopefully I can find them.
The side effect of being a monk, I need a spear. Maybe some slightly nicer clothes.
We'll
You
need
know,
to
if you need
find
a
an
spear, just punch
axe.
someone.
So Siro had mentioned, I think the night before, that he would be waiting for you at the palace.
That's right.
When you were ready after your rest. So
Sir Jacob, I have a question for you. Any chance,
Yeah.
and it's okay if this is a no, I just want to know, any chance there is a flat map, like sketch, anything of what this, I just want to get like an idea. Is there a top down of the city by any chance, or no? Just so I can get an
yeah,
idea, even if it's just a grid. I just want to kind of look at it
Yep.
because I know we're getting it kind of in pieces. I just don't know if there's a total view.
I think actually link you this.
Yeah, I don't know how that helps others, but for me, that personally puts me in the place.
I sort of imagine a vaguely triangular city.
I am imagining the same, but I just want to make sure I have the same picture as everyone else.
The city itself is circular.
Circular. I was imagining as a triangle, but okay, circular. Did you link it somewhere? It was not on Monday. It was on
I
top.
have not yet. Here we go. So, and so this is
Where at?
my generic thing. I threw it in Monday Talk.
Okay. I need access. Request access. Gimme.
Ooh. Oh, right. I did not share the link. Copy link. That is the wrong Discord.
Yeah, don't put it somewhere random.
There we go. Try that link.
Okay.
Still
Still
didn't
need
get
access. Yeah.
Change
probably a
to anyone
toggle
with
dis-
the link. Okay, I think
we
I
go.
did it this time.
Just refresh, it'll work.
Okay, let's see. Oh, okay. Here,
So this
I'll get
was
it up on the
my-
stream as well.
This is also my general reminder of some of this. But I intended to give you this map anyway at some point during the session, but since you asked for it,
So we're at purple.
we can go ahead. Yes, you are at the purple mark on the northwest part. This is also, think of it kind of like a subway map where it's kind of general directions, not distances. The things on the outside of the circle are not directly outside the city. Some of them are farther away than others.
Can I get one of my DM friends to pin that in the chat for future reference?
I'll throw it in announcements and do that as well.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. I'm immediately going to the Oblivion City. Like I'm there. Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm in the Oblivion City.
I'm jealous because when I saw this, the first thing that went through my mind was Wall Maria, and then the fucking Attack on Titan music started playing in my head.
Oh, the Attack on
So I'm
Titan.
just looking
That
at this
too.
all
That too. It's such a good soundtrack.
We're all gonna die right now, tomorrow.
Andy Swamp District. Frozen
Aramin
Sands.
is still crying.
Frozen Sands. All okay. Interesting. Cool. I'm into it.
Okay. So that is that part.
Ooh.
So it's safe to assume you're all heading towards the palace then.
Correct.
Aye.
As a group, we need answers.
All right.
In
I thought this-
bathrobes.
I thought this was
We need a
We're
patron.
not properly dressed. Yeah.
I thought this was a council. I thought this guy lives in a palace.
Traveling through the city again, it doesn't take you too much effort to figure out how the streets are kind of laid out. Eventually, following a street, you're going to hit at either a major street or a secondary street that will take you back towards the palace. So I'm not going to make anybody roll for getting too lost within the city because it is very laid out in circular fashions.
If you ever get lost, just think about punching somebody.
You came through as a chipmunk for me.
I heard that from Ed.
That was me. I laughed. It just made me laugh so hard.
It like
I know.
it warped your voice though.
Oh, it
also
did.
at the same time.
I hope
Yeah,
it did it
was
to
great.
the
in the
stream as
chipmunk.
well. I hope it did to the stream.
I was like,
Yeah.
That's great.
The city itself is much more alive now that it's, midday-ish. Yes, there are people walking the streets. You'll notice that like the area that is outside of Oasis is a small like courtyard that has a few kind of street vendor stalls there for different foods, and there's a couple of shops around. They're not too specific, they're more general, like shops for townsfolk to come get food, that kind of thing.
I have a very quick question, just to get my mind in the right place. You may have already said this, and I apologize if you did, but is there a culture that exists in our world that would very well articulate sort of the buildings and the look here? Because my first thought was Prince of Egypt, like big walls kind of thing, like huge open area, but like I don't know if it's that kind of stonework or if it's more like obsidian or like what. Is there a culture in our world that would attribute to this, just to get an idea of, other than it just being stone block buildings?
Yeah, I'm not a good person to ask for that
Okay.
because I don't know them off the top of my head.
Maybe later. That'll be a question
yeah.
for you for later. Think about it.
Yep, I can get some aesthetic stuff
Okay,
down
cool.
for
Yeah,
you.
I love it.
Yeah, so walking through the streets, there's a lot more people. You'll notice that there's slightly more frequent patrols of those same people in that uniform that you had seen from the previous night. But in general, just a bustling city. Upon getting closer to the palace, you do see that there are... you're coming from a different direction, right? And that means that you're seeing the other two entrances. 3 of the 4 entrances on that building are pretty much the same and are secondary entrances. You do see the primary kind of walk-up area, which is much more elaborate and spread out. I can actually bring you to that board again.
Bring me back. Take me to the palace.
I am going to have to
I'm gonna have to get
change
Tailspire.
himself here.
Your life easier.
No, it's not that. It is.
If I know it, then I can tell you what it is
Fetch.
to do.
And I can add atmosphere,
Know the
switch
program.
this from town night to town day.
Is the learning curve pretty harsh on Tailspire, or have you not been able to dip into it much?
I've spent quite a bit of time in it now.
Okay.
The hardest part is remembering that I've set things up and I can
Okay.
use them.
Okay.
Like you can set up like these atmospheres and stuff,
Roger.
and I didn't think ahead to like go, oh yeah, I need a daytime atmosphere for this place.
I didn't know if
and
like
that
more
would've been
people with
better.
their hands in the pot could help out, but yeah. All right, cool.
Potentially, because there's also the opportunity that I give you guys like editing privileges while
Oh,
we're
yeah.
playing,
Makes sense.
so we can like ad hoc make a small map.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Sorry to distract. Continue.
all good. I was setting some stuff up here. There we go.
Ooh, it's different in the day.
Yeah.
You zoom out. Whoa, it's like a crazy palace. I guess this is why I'm getting. I mean, this is the aesthetic.
Yeah. So this is the palace. It stands out a little bit as much
And-
more.
Okay, this is a different structure.
Yes.
You'll have to make another structure of like
Can
what
you-
its average building looks like.
The check that you made on the stone
Yeah.
stuff.
to see
Go ahead
if
and
it-
make another one of
yeah,
those.
absolutely. You got it.
Seeing this in the daylight.
This plus 2 because it's stonework. 10. Just a 10.
10. I'd say you notice that this structure is actually constructed.
Ah, that is why it is different. Understood.
Yes. That's easy enough to tell.
I would relay that, and probably relay at some point that the buildings are magically made to the party.
Great. Wizards.
Yeah, I don't know if it came before or what, but at least this building seems like they built it, so got some engineers here, it would seem. Strange, the rest of it, though.
So this is also the front door.
If they built this, how'd they get them wardens in there? Or did they just take their place? I'll ask later.
Go for it.
Gotta make a history of what this is going on.
Maybe they built this around the Wardens.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they built it around them, or if when they built it, they built alcoves and the wardens like took their place. You know, like. I'm curious of the history a little bit. I'm not a scholarly character, though. I probably wouldn't ask.
We're gonna throw everybody here.
Somebody with a high int ask.
Guess what?
Yeah,
I
that
don't
ain't
have.
me.
Considering
Does anybody
your-
have?
Considering your classes, I don't think you
Are we
got
all pretty
one.
low int? I don't know.
+1.
I only have
I have
zero.
a zero.
I have a zero.
Plus 0 intelligence.
Plus zero.
Okay, I've got.
I'm also not particularly charming or strong.
I'm strong, but not charming. Not a charming boy over here.
Okay.
Is
Well,
Argo
I'm a
smart?
little.
What are you calling me stupid?
Do you, what in score for Dustin? This one is he for a warrior?
I have enough.
I'm asking as a player. It sounds like most of us only have like 0 or 1.
I know.
Yeah, we're pretty average. That's okay.
Oh,
No
that-
That means
historians
we're
in the group.
average
Not cut
people.
off.
That's
We
okay.
were the right people to call to kill a dragon. Let's just say that.
I'm not saying it was my dump stat, but
Or we were all they had as the everymen.
Very true.
oh, okay, yeah, okay. So charisma is my dump stat. Intelligence is I'm average. I'm
Yeah,
an
yeah.
average
It's
guy.
the same for me.
So
8 and
we're
10.
not particularly pretty as a group either. I'm guessing.
That I've already got from our backstory dream. None of us are
Do we
pretty.
all have fucking 8 charisma?
We're all. Ugh.
Dude,
I'm barely
Speak for yourself.
surviving.
God.
Hey, it could be handsome.
So, upon entering the front door, you
We're
see
getting
the
our
waiting
dynamic.
room that you saw the previous night, with the same tall, slender man in a suit, with small round glasses and a tie, holding the same small black book in front of
Oh,
him.
it's Sirkin. Hey, Sirkin.
He looks up and says, "Ah, yes,
We got a meeting with Soro.
indeed. He's been expecting you." He waves a hand to the set of large double doors behind him. I believe he's in the Great Hall.
Yeah, I make
Am
my
I
way.
the only one who rolled, by the way?
What? Oh.
Just what?
Nothing. We're good.
I want to whisper in the clerk's ear. I go by.
You got any, like, clothes? I'm in a bathrobe. We're all in bathrobes.
I believe the councilman might have something
Good, good.
suiting for you.
Perfect.
Just speak to him.
Yeah.
It's expected that new Skyfallen are presented differently.
Understood.
So these doors,
doors
don't open
open.
the way that I want them to,
Put me
where it's
through.
a giant double door, but it should be. Okay.
That's cool. Adult Legos, please.
When is Hero Forge integration?
Soon,
Right.
TM.
Oh my god.
For what? For Beyond
For
Sheep?
this.
For this.
This.
So they're taking-
Hero
they're
Forge
taking-
lets you build your own mini.
Ooh, Hero 4. I thought this was. So this is. What's
This
the
is
name of
Tailspire.
this? This is Tailspire.
This is
I got the
Tailspire.
the two mixed up. Yeah, I want to build my own mini. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Have it? I want to do that.
Here we go.
Like
That
after the
helps.
session.
Now they're worse than Star Citizen. Jesus.
Oh, I have people hidden.
You can
Wait, who's worse than Star Citizen?
Huh? Well, you just picked up on that.
I'm just surprised. I didn't think you could do worse than them.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you can, but
Well, well, at least Hero Forge produces a finished product.
Can you save them or no?
What do you mean?
Let the record show that
If
I did
make
not
it-
say that.
If I make a Hero Forge, can I save it?
I was just joking.
so you can the way it works with Hero Forge is you pay if you want it made and shipped to you, but you can download like a 3D object file, but
You
there's
s-
no way to import it right now.
You still have to pay for that file.
Oh, you do?
Actually.
Okay.
You do?
Yeah.
I might just take a
So
screenshot. Remember the
Yeah.
settings.
I did that for War, because I intended to 3D print that, and I never did.
That's okay.
Okay, so let's try to get a good.
Yeah, I'll totally just
photo of
use it
this.
for a free screenshot.
So, trying to show
This is
this.
sick.
Like I said, I spent a lot of time. building
I
this
love it.
Oh.
The council chamber?
I
Yeah.
love it a lot.
There are 7
So-
chairs at that table.
Yeah.
Before you,
Bro.
you see an enormous chamber, easily 3 stories tall, with gold filigree running up the walls to windows that ring the top of the chamber. Each wall of the chamber has a door standing 2 stories tall. The entrance you walked through being twice as wide. At the opposite end of the chamber, a raised stone platform ringed with stairs is home to 3 ornate marble thrones set atop it. They face into the room, the central one raised on another higher platform. All of this lit with decorative sconces. Also set into the walls are the ever-present stone wardens, flanking each door with the exception of the
inside?
back wall, which holds larger iron wardens. In front of the raised platform, it appears a less permanent audience chamber has been created. A long wooden table with 7 seats, also facing you, separates the thrones from rows of benches, and a smaller table with 2 seats facing forward. Off to the side, a table with papers and maps in piles, and finally, closest to you, there's a small dining area with a couple of tables with chairs and serving tables currently bare of any food. There are a few small groups of people scattered about the room talking. One of them near the table with the maps is the familiar face of Soro, conversing with a woman of average height with light blue, almost stark white skin and hair. Her hair looks to be floating as if it's blown in the wind, but is tied back in a long braid. She wears full crimson plate, helm under her arm as she speaks with Soro. Soro sees you enter and waves you over. I'm going to give you exploration mode if you want to pan around the room a little bit.
Yeah,
to
show me this shit, Kyle. This
see.
looks sweet.
Sweetness.
Holy God.
Ooh, it's so pretty.
Wow.
It's coming through.
It's all laid out and everything.
144p for me, but
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
just
yeah, a
like
little
stationary
bit. When you
camera for like
stationary,
10
it's like,
seconds is
yeah, it
perfect. Yeah,
clears.
that is crazy
That's
looking, man.
so fun looking. I love this room.
You got the banners and the double doors all over the place,
I'm
and
enjoying this room.
yep. And are those wardens in the walls?
Yes.
Oh God. Okay. Don't punch the
Uh,
council.
There's
Don't punch the
stone wardens in the sides, and the flanking either side of the thrones in the back are iron wardens, so the larger ones that came
And
and
that's the outside,
jumped over the
we
wall.
got, like, some-
Jesus.
Is there a second floor, or is it like floor to ceiling, huge ceiling?
This, it's floor to huge ceiling.
Ooh,
The
big-
hallways that
ooh.
you entered were a little lower.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's the windows that I was talking about.
Yeah.
ringing the
This
wall.
is a very grand hall. I love it. Hero Forge really showing itself through. So far, it's been kind of like it's cool, but it's on a small
Tailspire.
scale.
Tailspire,
yeah.
Sorry, Tailspire. Small
yeah.
scale. This is just like, wow, this is big. This is cool.
Right.
It also
Right.
does appear that the council was not always in charge here.
Yeah, I immediately was like, God, none of us are scholars. I have so many fucking questions. Why is there a throne? That's cool.
Okay. So yeah, you see groups of people around talking.
He calls us over.
as well as Suro and
You can
that
put us
woman.
through. Oh, come with yourself, thematic. Yeah, I approach him.
Okay.
Hopefully with a company in my back.
So if Kyle and Alex, if you can
Or among
move
them.
folks over there.
I can only move myself.
Oh, right. I can see if I can give both of you permissions. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can grab everybody.
I don't think there's. I think it's. Was everyone already? Yeah, it's all 5 of us.
Whoop. GM tool, player permission. Tools, permissions.
Just missing hammer.
Hammer.
Mhm.
Tools.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, so you got all of you. As you approach, Suro and this woman are talking already, and you can overhear her say, "Our dig teams have heard something hitting stone, so we think they're trying to dig their way out. Hopefully, they've heard the picks from our side as well. Do what you can for your people out there, or to get your people out of there. I have already sent word to the Almar Circle to see if the Stone Speaker can come help. Thank you. I pray she makes it in time. I need to return to my post." The woman nods curtly to Suro, kind of looks over her shoulder and sees you all there, gives a quick bow and says, "Welcome to Warden's Charge. I am Tenla Ironsoul. Unfortunately, I don't have time for pleasantries at the moment."
I just give him
Okay.
a nod.
And she kind of turns and walks out of this nearby side door. Suro sighs, pinching the bridge of his nose. There's always something. He puts on a smile. "My new friends, I trust you got a good night's sleep."
Your expense, yes, thank you very much.
The breakfast was nice.
Excellent. I will have to give the cook your compliments. I have something for you all. A job offer of sorts. Something to get you on your feet in the city. Up to you, of course, but the...
We'll take it.
Yeah, okay, we'll take it.
I'm glad to hear the eagerness, but
Exchange for
let's
pants.
let's describe this before agreement happens. The expedition has agreed to let me commission you to retrieve an item from the Catacombs for me. Now, there's a bit of a time limit on this. You need to be in and out before midnight tomorrow. I will pay you 125 gold each up front so that you can get yourselves equipped.
Hey.
On top of that, I will stake no claim other than the item I spoke of on whatever else you may bring back. The expedition will take their usual 10% cut, however.
I'd
The
rather have that than
expedition?
Go ahead.
Who's the expedition?
The expedition, the catacombs below the palace are resetting dungeons of a sort. They reset at the end of a week, and they tend to have magical items and monsters in them, so they're a little dangerous to partake in. The expedition itself is a organization that governs who goes in and who comes out. So they are able to assist if people are stuck down there, or which is kind of the case now, or are able to give you supplies, are able to keep things safe for you while you go into the expedition. Tenla, the one you just met, she can tell you more. She is the leader of the expedition.
Okay.
I mean, I'll take it over living in a bathrobe and running from wolves, so sure. That's what
They
I
look
remember.
good on you.
Oh, thanks. What I remember, we're good at retrieving things, at least we're supposed to be.
Well, wonderful. Okay. You will need to register with the expedition to gain access to the catacombs. Again, you'll want to shop quickly as the catacombs cycle over at midnight tomorrow. And the catacombs and expedition headquarters are in the basement, so to speak, of this building. You go outside, down the stairs, and there's a hallway that takes you in and down that is under the balconies outside.
Got it. What do you need us to get again?
An expedition scout team marked a room with a puzzle before heading deeper. They have been preoccupied as that team has been stuck behind a collapsed corridor for a day or so now. So they don't intend to send a team to retrieve this item, solving the puzzle. They had seen something that was of value. I'm a bit of a purveyor in magical goods, so I have an interest. Maybe if this goes well, we work again and get together in the future.
If you got a map to the room, sure, that sounds good.
The expedition should actually.
Okay.
They'll teach you a few things. How
Look-
to navigate.
I just lost your voice a little bit. I don't know what you know. What to put
Yeah, bring your mic back.
My mic, yeah, I smacked it while being
No, you're good. You're good.
animated.
Yeah, Kurt's on board, but he's looking to the rest of the party for what they're gonna do here.
I have no better options. I need a payday.
Same.
Yeah.
And this guy's paying up front, so
Excellent.
Why do you keep such strange things in the catacombs?
sounds like they don't have a choice.
Might not be them who
the
made it.
The catacombs, indeed, are not something that we
Predating you.
are keepers of. This was here, and we delve into them in order to find things, but other than that, they're not something that we have control over.
What sort of monsters are down there?
I think it ranges, but the expedition members will be able to tell you more.
Sounds like they're who we need to talk to. Where do I sign up?
If you go talk to Tenma
told me.
downstairs.
I move towards that door.
I believe I also promised you a tour. I can show you around and maybe we find shops with supplies for you.
Hell yeah.
You're a council member with a lot of free time.
The others seem to have the current matters at hand handled. Looking around the room, there are two other groups of people talking, and no people in the waiting room and that kind of thing. So you might have some time. It is.
Go ahead.
It is nice having 7 of us.
Listen, where I come from, anybody who considers themselves important enough to sit at a long table in front of a throne ain't the kind of person who's showing strangers around the city.
Usually we get like a manservant. I kind of agree with Greg. I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Each of us has other interests as well. We are not only council members, we are leaders of groups outside. We convene council meetings every once in a while, and maintain a few of us here at all times for questions. And
I mean, it's
But-
fine as long as somebody takes me to where I can get something else than this on.
indeed. I do have one more thing. I'm going to grab something out of my office. Sirkin will actually have your money and a map of the city for you, if you'd like to. Go talk to him. I will meet you out there shortly.
I rob him blind. So I'm gonna take everything from Silken that he has.
Alrighty. He kind of gestures back towards the entrance that you came into, the Great Hall doors, and then heads out the doors that you saw Tenla leave through earlier.
All right, let's go find Sirkin.
He's got the money.
Hopefully, he's still at his desk.
I mean, he's probably reading that damn book, whatever it is. I don't know what that book is. I want to know what's in that book.
Doesn't matter.
I think
It's
you
just-
require that book, right?
I just
Awesome.
want to know. I'm curious. That's
Why are you obsessed with the book? It's just a book.
I'm curious.
That's alright.
Books for trouble.
Looking up stuff.
I like
Well,
your,
we're
I
helped
like
out.
your thoughts. Great books are trouble.
What the hell you want it then?
I don't want it. I just want to know what's in it.
We need to know what kind of trouble we're gonna deal with.
I'm assuming you're not actually standing on the table there.
I mean, we're robbing them blind. Of course we don't.
Yeah, why do you think I'm pointing this gun at him?
I don't want to
So-
activate the wardens.
As
hell
you
are you
make your
pointing
way outside the doors, you see that Sirkin's standing there, and there are already 5 small bags sitting atop the table in front of him, and a rolled up piece of parchment in the center of those bags. I believe Master Silro has procured you a bit of funds. Each of you may take one of these.
Yeah, we're supposed to be 150 gold pieces each, right?
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
I believe it was 125.
No,
What
he
nice
just
try.
told us 150.
Yeah, came right out of his mouth.
Make a persuasion check.
Can he have advantage? I'm with him. I feel like we've done this routine.
If you're assisting,
We've
yeah,
done this
yeah,
routine.
go for it.
You proficient in persuasion to be assisting?
I'm not, but does the dungeon master require it?
Am I rolling with advantage?
Is that supposed? Is that a rule?
That is a custom homebrew. If you want, that's up to you.
Oh no. Just the default rules is fine.
All right.
We're standing on cracks. We can't be standing
Oh,
on
it's
cracks.
it
Oh
looks
my
like
God.
it's glitched. It did the same roll again. Just hold on a second.
There's advantage.
Yeah, with advantage, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. So that's a 21.
I appreciate your situation. However, I know what he arranged for you. I partially told
Oh.
him what he could afford. So,
I actually hold on. We actually made a mistake. We're not persuading him because we're trying to convince him of doing us a favor. We should have been rolling deception. Let me just roll that with advantage really quick.
I hope you roll lower. just to spite you.
On
Oh
a side
my
note,
God.
I am going to have extra money left since I'm a monk. I need like
I'm
20
like,
gold.
Jigs up, Craig. I just grabbed my money.
All right, fine.
I appreciate your situation.
Mm-hmm.
After a couple of moments, Silro comes back around the corner.
You said
Uh,
50, didn't you? I don't say that.
so he comes from the hall.
Can I add 125 gold?
Yes, go
My
ahead and add
coffers.
125 gold.
I won't count my starting
Okay.
gold, which I don't technically have.
My friends, it is I had something in my head and I lost it.
In fact, when he says that, my friends, I say,
Well, we started as acquaintances. Acquaintances, I just met you yesterday. We'll get friends later. How about that?
However you wish.
Good.
it is time for us to commence this tour, eh?
Show me room.
And at this point, I'm going to kind of pull back a little bit, and Silra will take you around the city. He will show you different districts where you can find shops of many different kinds. There are pretty much anything that you can find off of the basic equipment lists, you can go ahead and purchase.
Hell yeah. Get my shit on my body. I'll start
We
minusing.
will. This is probably where I'm also going to call the session for the night.
Good.
Good, so we can
So
shop.
between sessions, you guys can go ahead and shop. Yeah,
It's gonna take
Uh,
minutes.
Oh,
Take-
thank God.
yeah. So giving 125 gold, I believe, is more than most classes get for their starting, which is kind of where I was going with that.
Okay.
Hopefully, you should be able to buy any of the
I pretty
like
much
starting
spend
equipment.
all my gold. I'm effectively literally at my where I was. but that
Well,
works.
I think for the armored classes, I'm gonna donate some of my gold to them
Okay.
I'm good.
because I need like 30 gold to be an overbuilt.
I need most of
one.
mine. Chainmail's really expensive. So.
Well, you remember we gotta stay somewhere and eat somewhere, so
5 gold's good.
30 gold might be handy to keep in your pocket.
Oh no, I'm saying I need like 30 gold to
Of the
equip
125.
myself.
I mean, just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. For now, if anybody needs it.
Don't go throwing it away now. You
I
probably,
wasn't. I was gonna go make sure that my heavy armored people were wearing armor.
I just got it. Good stuff. Thank
okay,
you.
plate armor's like 100 gold, I think.
No, plate is 1,000.
It's 1,000. Yeah.
It's totally 100.
Let a man
Yeah,
dream.
Yeah,
No,
Let
you
a
drop
man
that third
dream.
zero. It's all good. It's all
half
good.
plate is
100.
125. I thought it was actually wasn't it? Oh no, it was
100 total.
50.
100 total. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
want half plate. That'd be sick. Maybe after this.
So a line I forgot to say was when you guys arrived at Oasis, he would have described it as a place for those of fine taste to congregate, relax, and stay for a while. That is not the only inn in the city either, so you'll have options on where to stay in the
I'll stay
future.
in the nicest
You
one if
just
he
got-
keeps giving us that.
Like, he will probably not give you free rooms every night. It's
Come
going
on.
to
Damn.
Wait, what if I say that we can be friends
sympathizing
now?
with brand new Skyfallen.
You can unlock
Yeah.
friends if you lets us stay. Very cool.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that
good
ends
control
our
between
session.
Us building our characters.
So feel free to buy stuff, do whatever you want to do as far as like trading
I already got
among
it.
yourselves if you need to. Yeah, and if you have any questions, run them by me. I appreciate all the time y'all put into this and the memories and stuff that were
I
created
love
mid
that. That was
there.
fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it as well. So again, appreciate you guys playing, and I believe next week we are all
Playing again.
check we're playing.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
should have less difficulty in getting this done. And also, starting at this point, I will be doing the three
play.
person
Yep.
we play rule. Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
I'm gonna turn off the stream. Thank you for joining us over on YouTube. We'll catch you for the next one of Skyfallen. Bye.
Goodbye.